Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Megan. I'm playing Captain Madeline Lohen, the human swashbuckling rogue.
My name is Erica, with a K, but my character name is Mion, and she is a Tenenbree Paladin.
Ooh. My name's Matthew, and I'm playing Loravos, the High Elf Blood Mage.
I'm Christine, and I'm playing Ruby, the Halfling Death Cleric.
I'm Eric, and I'm playing Rothgar, the Dragonborn Barbarian Gentleman.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard. It's been a minute since I've been at this table. I'm like, who the fuck am I?
Welcome, guys. So, we have coming up this Saturday in Kissimmee, Coliseum of Comics in Kissimmee. We are going to be having one of our one of what we hope to be is a repetitive live event. We will be playing a competitive version of D&D where 2-3 player teams face off against each other in a variety of games, of PvP, of a sort of a line battle game, like a horde mode, as well as like a monster, a boss monster race to deal as much damage as possible. Each match is about an hour long. We are right now anticipating being there all day, so from 10 to 10, but do come early, because if it gets quiet or if people aren't interested, we will pack up and go home. So
that will replace, if we do run the whole night, it will replace Gloomhaven.
Exactly. But that also means we are potentially streaming
the whole
most
day.
of the day. So check out the channel if you guys aren't in the area. If you want to see some of the character builds, I'm sure we'll be doing little intermissions. We can pop on the chat and talk to you guys.
We could do some interviews with the winning teams, like a sports channel.
Yeah,
do you not want to do that now? Like, honestly, I want to do tell us about your recent dungeon win.
We played real good.
Yeah.
We just put it all out there on the field. Get it all 10%.
It was a hard fight. But teamwork really pulled through.
If you are not the female dwarf barbarian, that's not your voice. I'm going to be angry.
I'm just... Paylor was with us.
No Paylor.
Team Ramhilka.
And somebody else to be like dancing behind, a la a baseball
interview. So if you want to be a part of that madness, listen, when this becomes a league as I plan, I want us to do the streaming live with people at the studio streaming or somewhere across doing the reporting.
Yes.
Like, go to Troy and Abed in the corner.
When I beat John.
So good!
You see what needs to happen is they need to get the other team's HP to 0.
That's right, Eric. And it looks like they're having lots of... I'm sorry, what? I'm being cut off because I'm the female.
But if you don't say that, it's not real. We're off to a really good start. Aren't you? You chose for me to be here. You chose for all of us to be here.
So Saturday, join us.
Guys, they've been putting so much work into the builds, into the character art. Yeah. It is amazing. And this is going to sound like a bit of a reporter line. The energy in this house right now is electric. We are all so fucking stoked for Saturday.
Yeah. We got 2 other players out in the lobby, Cassandra and Eric, who will hopefully be joining us. I know Cassandra will be, Eric might be. Cassandra's doing character art for us right now for our actual stream team stuff. Eric's running the chat.
Which looks amazing.
We're fucking stoked about everyone involved in this. However long they can or cannot come, we are just gonna have a goddamn good time.
Yeah, and come and try and beat us.
Yeah,
because
that's true. And if not, if you have to watch from afar, you can still donate to influence the game.
That's true.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Do we know who the opening home team is gonna be right now? We don't. I know Matthew's gonna be part of it.
And Meg.
I
might be if it's during opening and I don't have to go PR things. Right. I might be, but I'd love to join you.
We're thinking about making a team shirt.
Yeah.
Well, we have to come up with a name first. I came up with a really good one, but apparently the tag name is too long.
It's much too much to put on a shirt. Too much.
If you guys have names for our competitive D&D teams, let us know in the chat.
Please let us know.
Please, because we're actually kind of stumped.
Yeah.
These names are really good.
I'm telling you, just
Are
embrace your inner Legend of the Hidden Temple, but make them legendary monsters. We're like the Crimson Chimeras because they're D&D monsters.
Yeah.
I wanted
That's a
to.
good
I wanted to
idea.
do the random encounter ravens because we'll make you say nevermore.
Oh,
That's a little too highbrow for
That's
for
right.
sports.
And a bunch of us is a murder.
Yes!
But I
That's
feel like
about
if
what
you have
Matthew
to
said,
explain it
too.
that way,
Fantastic.
No,
Not
that all
us.
gets written on the show.
probably yeah.
And that's when I went, 3 shirts with all of that text?
No, you just put it half that we have to stand in order. We all have to do it together.
Rearrange.
Then it becomes that improv game where you have to all say part of a line
No.
at the same time.
Nah.
Nah,
But yeah.
too much work.
So come join us on Saturday.
Oh, that's what we were
Gonna
doing.
it's gonna be
You
a
never know.
an amazing time. Also, if you are a local Orlandoan reader, I am hosting tomorrow night at the inaugural event of the My Local Branches event for the
Barnes and Noble
nationwide Barnes & Noble YA book club. They just started. The book is a very, very quick read. It's Again But Better by Christine I can't pronounce her last name, but I'll post about it. Eric will post about it in the chat. He knows the person. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we can talk about it, or we can bitch about it, or we can tell how much we loved it. But it's gonna be a good time. Grab some Starbucks at the Barnes and Noble. Come by, sit, chat about books, shop, have a good time. It'll be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night at the Sand Lake Barnes and Noble. So for those of you who were here for my signing last month or 2 months ago, that is the same one. I hope to see you all there.
Awesome. Is there time travel?
Yes, apparently.
There is?
I haven't gotten there yet. But
Oh,
yes,
really?
apparently.
Oh,
I'm
No.
joking, but
No, there actually is.
Oh, all right.
And I now understand why, because Whisper was saying, did you know the book takes place in 2011? Because she says it 18 times in the first 2 pages that
Oh.
it takes place in 2011. And it's, I think, to make it clear that later she's doing it again, but better.
I was
it's a
hoping that
thing-
was why the title was again.
Yes,
Ah.
that's the thing is I only know this because I was talking to a friend at work and I hadn't gotten that far in yet, and she was like, "Did you know there was time travel? It's not marketed like there's time travel, but there's time travel." And I was like,
yeah, I genuinely thought that was
Huh.
a joke. That's a kind of
"Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it's not marketed like it has time travel or a supernatural
Sci-fi.
element." I'm
Sci-fi.
assuming she's gonna hit herself on the head and remember things differently, but I haven't finished it yet.
Sci-fi.
Tune in to find out. Not tune in. We're not streaming. Come live and find out, and then later watch me and Caitlin and Sam
Talk about it.
Discuss the book.
discuss the book at length
good.
on YouTube.
Well, guys, we're excited to get into it. I apologize slightly off today. It's been a great day. It's nice having everybody want to be here. It's nice having people feel good and safe being here, and I hope that continues to always be the case. That's something that makes me personally feel really good, but it also makes me slightly sad when I can't always fit everybody at the table, because these are the best hours. So let's get to it.
Let's kill a wheel.
Yeah. Our adventure
Let's get this
has moved outside of the continent of Rotem to the southern continent. Rotem itself is dominated by the Albrechtian Empire, formerly the Republic of Albrecht, a nation built by a crusade of one man to unify the pantheons. Following his success at ending a number of racial and religious wars throughout the continent, his successors have led it to great heights and to some tremendous downfalls. The current Emperor, Dondorian of the Black Gem, leader of the Rockhawk Legion, bringer of law, queller of chaos, has been replaced by a cabal of doppelgangers in league with a divine entity of madness and imbalance known as the lunacy. To combat this, our heroes, members of a revolutionary group, have begun to gather his former allies of great hero Halion Loethel. They are known as Hal's Victors, two of which have found themselves traded by the Empire to an axiomatic newfound city, a lawful place where machinery and metal magic has begun to grow and expand. It is an unsettling place known simply as the Wheel that has overtaken what was once a mountain, where many pilgrims they have seen travel up its great rise to the flats of the Wheel, and none return. It is unsettling and yet comforting to some, as those with a great attachment to the planes of law and their philosophies find comfort in the idea of everything having its function and place. So, we begin on the 18th of Fel.
Mm-hmm.
Solidly in winter now. You guys are almost immediately in the middle of it.
Shadowrun.
Shadowrun. That's what I said.
Shit.
Yes, Shadowrun.
Erasers.
But
Important.
still, Shadowrun being the second month of winter, and halfway through, you guys are in the dead of winter, as it were. However, you are farther south than the continent was previously. It's a very arid climate. During the day, it is warm and at the very least comfortable. Cold winds still blow, but with the sun beating down upon you, it is something comfortable. In the shade, however, it would be quite cold. And were there enough moisture in the air, it would be frostbitten for sure. Last night, you had met with a doomsayer, as well as a pilgrim bound for the Wheel, and picked up an amount of other information. One thing we do need to do is, for every team member that ends up being a part of this arc, they need to buy a camel or a horse to travel them that way.
The camels were
50 gold.
50
yeah,
gold.
because it was 250 for all of them.
Huh?
Buy a horse.
They have camels and rhinos.
Oh, okay. You said
And
camel or
elephants.
horse. So I assumed. All right.
I apologize.
Then I will buy a camel.
Horse was a poor choice of words.
Yes. I mean, as much as I'd love to buy an elephant, that feels impractical on my ship later, and I don't think I could bear to part with it.
Oh, I don't
It
know
would be
that
hilarious
necessarily
to be
bring
riding on
all
an
of the-
elephant.
I
Yeah,
know.
we do have a direwolf on the boat.
No, I
already.
know, but camels, I'm not going to feel as bad separating from the end. Elephants, I'm going to get attached hard.
You
So,
say that.
Do remember at the end, if you would like to sell them back, you can.
Camel, slightly used.
But they're
half?
gonna be, but yeah,
Or
once you
quarter
walk
pence?
it off the lot, it just
It's really as is where
it
is.
loses
Yeah.
half of its.
I mean, and who wants to buy a used camel?
Yeah.
Come on.
Can you imagine detailing those things?
Meon. Apparently, Meon
Disgusting.
wants to buy used camel.
Adopt used things. They're still good.
Ah!
I mean, makes fun.
Yes.
Even camels.
side note, I
Even
realized,
camels.
Matthew, when your head's down, you blend in with the background. This is a camo.
Oh.
You can
God,
stealth,
you do!
right? He can fucking stealth and disappear.
That's freaky.
That is his camo hoodie.
Magic
right.
powers.
Oh, I don't care for that.
Mm.
If you could just write up, that would
Nope.
be great.
Just sorry.
Oh my god, it's true.
All right. Somebody put a piece of the green tape on.
Oh,
top
no,
of
the-
it.
No, you can't.
I have a unicorn horn out there I can put on
There's
you.
thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
There you
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So, what would you guys like to do? Do remind me, you have brought with you only Animus
Yes.
Correct.
of the victors, correct?
Yes.
Good old Animus.
I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes.
Aren't you supposed to be retired?
I have tried a few times. It doesn't seem to stick.
I feel like we owe you a great apology. We just keep dragging you back out into the field, don't we?
It's all right. It's retirement. The longest stretch I had of it was pleasant, but boring.
It is.
And I, unfortunately, do find myself to be a guilt-ridden person. It's difficult to sit in a cloister and wax poetic of the deities when so many things are hurting. And you can do perhaps not enough to fix it, but just a little bit to ease the pain. It felt selfish in an odd way. And yet, so many times, it is our continued desire to help that leads us to becoming that which we never wanted to be, that which we always fought against. Sometimes the world has to help itself, but sometimes it needs a hand. I'm never sure now which is truly the case.
You might not enjoy it, but you wax poetic better than anyone I've ever met.
I appreciate it. It is, it's well practiced. After being the wise one in a group of very gung-ho adventurers, you find, you find the skill to have a bit of gravitas that might slow them down.
Choke chains are important.
Who tried? They passed out.
Safe words are also important.
Oh.
And he's like, I don't know what that means. I'm going to write that down.
No!
She's not even in the conversation, and somehow
She
she's
just heard
hard.
it.
Does anybody at the table know Celestial by any chance?
Oh my god, I do.
You indeed.
I do. It was the thing I learned during my last downtime.
Perfect. Because I had a couple weeks of downtime during one of my weeks. Could I have learned
Yes!
Celestial from you?
Let's do linguistics club. We'll ride again.
Because I finished deep speech and I need another hobby.
Oh my god.
Listen, we're gonna be able to talk to fucking anybody.
Do drugs, man. Just
That's more
Don't do
expensive
drugs,
than
do languages.
Actually, drugs might be less expensive in this game. Arcane dust is less expensive than sometimes studying to pay somebody. No, because we can make it ourselves.
Not unless we're in a tower.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
But we're not allowed in those
You
anymore.
never sample your own
If you're up for a
product.
real challenge, I can teach you Tenenbra, which is essentially the form of like Braille of my people.
cool.
So if you want to like
It's
Next
Elven
le-
Braille.
next level, next level.
Soon.
Because I was marking down the PHP.
Would you need a different kind of? Would you need
languages,
dex
and I only
checks
need
to learn
1,
that
2,
or
3,
read
4.
that?
It's still
Sleight of hand?
intelligent.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
only need 4 more of the PHP languages. And
Oh
then
my
I'm
god.
Done.
Good lord.
Wow.
I'll start making up languages.
Yeah,
for you.
well, I mean, like, I
Awesome.
did like Eric Cochran and like.
Norda spoke
like,
sign language.
yeah, like language
That's
of other
fair.
things, but.
Mhm.
Do you mean we
Writing
can learn
them
real
down.
languages in this, like sign
I know,
language?
crazy, weird.
Well, I
Braille?
mean, it's sign language for like elves and shit, so no.
Yeah, it's not ASL.
I stand by.
It is not
ESL.
No.
Elven sign language?
But yeah, I suppose there would also be a common sign language.
CSL.
Because there'd be a different sign language for every
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
translation of like whatever it is.
Yeah.
yeah.
interesting. Cool. I just wanted to see if anybody knew Celestial.
Mm.
Adieu.
Perfect.
Are we currently riding on our lovely camels? Or I guess it's amorphous space.
You guys have made it to the
city.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We've reached.
Hadron's March.
Hadron's March. Yeah, it's a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hadron's March. So, it is there the night before the morning of. If there's anything you guys would like to do, you guys let me know when you're ready to
March.
march.
In Hadron's March, is there like a library of any sort?
Too small for a library.
Okay.
Dang
It
it.
felt like
I
it was a
would've been
pop-up town.
It is. It's a little. I would say a little more than pop-up town, but not much more than like Boomtown.
Okay. Is
Um,
the tavern, does it have like anybody performing, like singing tales? et cetera, et
a
cetera?
lot. So not a lot of performance.
Okay.
A lot of people participating in sort of these tinkering discussions. Kind of a salon focused on those ideas, but not something I would call performance.
Is there a robot fighting ring?
There is not.
no wrestlers
not-
versus robots versus wrestlers?
There's a
Amazing.
robot like show off area,
Oh.
Oh.
but they're far too valuable to fight.
That is
That's
fair.
true.
Yeah.
That
That
is
makes
fair.
sense.
Did you
Um,
guys, whenever you guys were doing research or like asking around, did you guys see if any like talked about if anything came out of the wheel recently?
No, nothing does.
Nothing?
Specifically, nothing returns.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not no one, nothing.
Nothing.
That
no
you can
one.
see.
Nothing.
Anything.
Yeah.
No, so
Anything
no
that
one
goes
know
up,
how.
Nothing comes down.
So no trade goods come out of it. No,
Well,
no,
I was worried about
Again,
the
and I
inevitable
can't stress
coming
this
out of
enough.
it.
nothing.
Nothing.
No, I'm just yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not a thing.
It's that issue of
We don't know if they're alive. We don't know.
yeah.
What they
No,
are.
I was having the Jack Sparrow moment of no survivors. Where do the stories come from? I wonder. Like it's these people watching the people go in and never come back. Yeah,
Yes.
it's just that's fascinating and terrifying and let's cool.
Oh yes, so you agree from my
One of
point of
the-
view. That's wonderful.
Absolutely do.
One of the men that we spoke to said that he was building something. He wasn't entirely sure what it was, but that he had this feeling that this was what it was supposed to be. That he kept having a dream where he was walking up steps to a thing, and he saw where his
Negative
creation
space.
fit in.
This is an odd and possibly dangerous,
Oh, I hate
destructive
this.
question to
Yes,
ask.
so did Miku.
However,
Paul.
have any of us tried to just start building something on it and see if anything happens?
I mean, we would have to get there first.
Honestly, we just we talked to the Doomsayer, and he kind of took it out of us.
You know, honestly,
Valid.
that's fair.
we
Very
gave,
elaborate. Very.
we
very
gave him
elaborate.
something to eat. Someone gave him a cookie, and he had all of 3 teeth in his head. So watching him
It took a
gum-
long time to eat it, I'm guessing.
No, it was very sort of crumpled.
Monster?
And then...
Listen, I found out today that my GPS has a Cookie Monster voice option.
Yeah, you are not the first person I've
It's
seen. on this.
amazing.
Don't
Yeah,
remember
on
that.
Waze, you can make the Cookie Monster give you your directions.
That's amazing.
And it was
Can't.
perfect.
I
It's
can't.
just
Sorry,
never-
carry
it's
on.
never something I've wanted. But it was quite disturbing watching him eat, and I think afterwards we all needed a moment of nap and reflection.
And good, excellent.
Mhm.
So let's go build something on it and see how much trouble we get into.
Well, from what? Sorry. yes.
Oh no, I was going to ask if there was any kind of market in the town. I know you mentioned
There-
it was like
There
pop-up,
is some
but-
markets.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of these looks like places where when people find out that they, it's a lot of people that end up buying things from the pilgrims very cheap because the pilgrims find out that they're never coming back and they seem fine with that.
So they're just getting
So
rid of
it's
their
like,
worldly possessions.
I don't need this camel anymore. Buy the camel, right?
Yeah.
It's some things. It's not everything, but it's people that you can see very much like the Doomsayer, but in a more predatory way. Some of these people are like, you don't need your clothes in the wheel. In the wheel provides you with the clothes.
The wheel will provide.
Right,
Listen,
yeah.
they found a niche. They found a market.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah. So there are plenty of markets with and that's been anybody that you've seen kind of leaving the area are these little merchants and wagoners and people that have bought things that pilgrims don't need that are turning back around and going to like Sumatra's
Reselling,
Watch and
making
going to
profit.
sell
Mhm.
stuff on a profit because this is stuff that
Mhm.
nobody else needs.
I just wanted to look to invest in some more healing potions because
Sure.
Feels smart.
Sure, absolutely.
in the moment, I find myself bereft.
Make me a investigation
Yeah,
check.
how's everybody doing on potions?
Three
I
regular.
have
12.
Okay.
I have to find
You'll
my
find some.
my equipment sheet.
Even if it's just small, because I don't have. Well,
I
some
have-
healing magic,
I have
but I'd
plenty of
prefer to go
healing
in loaded.
potions. I
I mean, we
used
can,
that already.
We also have 2
No, I
healers with
didn't.
us tonight.
Yes.
You do find one. You do find one
Okay,
potion of healing
I did
for
use
Just a
that.
regular-
88. Yeah, regular potion of healing. So 2d4 plus 2 for 85 gold pieces.
Yeah, that
I was
day.
like,
They don't have as many people with their wits still about them to purchase, I'm
it's
guessing.
also only a 10 gold
Yeah,
markup, but still.
Still. But no, yeah, we do have the full healer and the I can use a lot of stuff on healing
Well, and
healer
Animus.
and animus.
Okay.
So we are.
I just
This
wanna
is a
be-
good.
We
Good
have
group.
so many healers.
We'll never die.
I just.
You say the DM.
You say that, but I almost died last session.
Yeah,
so
like, and also,
I just want to be self-sufficient.
also,
so I'll go
like-
ahead and I'll just pay the price.
you know,
I'm
it's
done.
never mind. It's fine.
What?
Nothing.
It's
Sobbing.
Evan, correct?
Yvonne.
Yvonne, yes. Well, see, what it turns out, it seems that it's not that they're going up, seeing something and building that. It's they're having dreams, visions, portents, and they have being told of something to build, and they're feeling to build something, and then the knowledge of that to bring that to the wheel.
Why don't we pick up another artificer?
He's not an artificer.
He's covered in gears.
And I had to take them off.
He's not
He took
covered in
off
gears.
some of
I took
There's
off some of
still
them.
some gears.
Yes, no. Oh no, this very very good. I know these. They pop right off. See, made of chocolate. No, they are. That was a clever disguise.
I
in
was
order
standing
to-
behind you. I catch it.
Good reflex
That was
on
a-
that one.
And also
Clever
toss it
disguise.
behind.
in
my
order
shoulder.
to gain the trust of our current folks around us.
How did that work?
I had to take them off to the first person I spoke to.
Yep, that sounds about right. So,
This is our first day here. Yeah? Like, we
Yeah.
haven't slept.
No, we
It's
did
nice.
sleep.
This is
You
the-
arrived
yeah.
late last night.
You
Spoke to the-
You slept. You
Mhm.
spoke to the Doomsayer and the Pilgrim. You slept, and
Got it.
now I'm assuming it is morning.
Did anybody have dreams last night? I
oh
don't-
yeah,
I
did any
don't
of us have
sleep.
dreams?
So
Everybody roll for dreams.
You can roll me a percentile
Percentile.
if you sleep.
I do sleep.
because I don't, I would like to just go towards the robot work
63.
space and just kind of watch people
What
work
did you
on
do?
robots all
Oh shit! That okay.
95.
22.
63.
88.
88.
Figure out what I was.
The
Um,
D10, the
what is
D6.
Rothgar's
Is
on?
this right?
Rothgar is good.
Oh,
What kind of good?
Is he-
He is a neutral good.
50.
50. No, I mean, you guys did have dreams,
Mm.
but,
but not
none,
like
none that
Come build
inspired
on the
you to
wheel.
build something.
yeah.
Cool.
While watching, because is there like a? You said that there was a robot show floor, but is there like a robot tinkering section of the town?
There are forges that people pay for time
Uh,
To
on.
use them.
Yeah, pay for time on the furnaces and the anvils. There's about 4 or 5.
Can I-
Way more than this town needs.
yeah.
Um,
Are they
absolutely.
busy all night?
They're active.
Can I go? I just want to sit near
Sure.
one and watch, and then kind of take notes on what they're building. If it's just like, if it's mostly people-looking robots, if it's like
So,
animal-looking robots.
Yeah, I can
it's-
I
if
can give
it's-
you this
if it's
information. 'cause
Caliber.
Yeah.
It's
Or if
something
it's
that
Modrons.
some of them make me an investigation check.
Triples.
23.
So there's not a lot of uniformity in what's being made
Hmm.
between any of the people.
Okay.
Some people have like hand-sized like bags or what, like something this big. Some things have small. Some things are much bigger. Very little of it seems to be practical. All of it seems to be almost artistic in a way, or part of like they look more like parts than they do full things.
Oh, I hate that.
There are some Warforged that are in and about the town.
Oh.
They seem to be pilgrims themselves. Some of them have some of them have people with them, and both Person and Warforge are augmenting the Warforged as part of the offering.
Oh, I hate that.
Sometimes it is just Warforged by themselves. I will say that there is one pilgrim that seems to have stopped. He has many pieces. He does not seem. Most of the pilgrims you notice are focused on a singular piece. This guy has many. And he also has a Warforged that seems to be there against his will. But you watch and observe the conversations he has with the other pilgrims. Even they find him particularly distasteful. He doesn't. You hear them sort of rumor monger among themselves and have these moments of it's sort of this feeling that he's not doing it right. Everybody else is like bringing one piece, and like
he's like, I want to bring as many as I can, and also this Warforged that I captured, like a Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a voice.
Yeah,
I liked it.
voice.
Very much so, and they're like,
I hate it.
They're like, no, that's not right. We're doing
Okay,
it wrong.
I want to, is he working at night? Like, is he like tinkering at night at all?
I'll say when you first showed up, he had been, but he is, he's sort of reached the end of his tinkering for the day. He's resting and then planning on going up tomorrow.
I want to take note of what building he's sleeping in.
You do. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Let's kill him and free his Warforged.
I was thinking about
Yeah, I
it.
think we should.
Alternatively, just like casting Wall of Force over him and letting his Warforged go, and then just like next option. Prismatic wall around him, and just like
Okay, yeah.
no big deal. Okay, cool. Got it. Good to know. In the morning, I informed them of all of these things, including the captured Warforged.
Save it.
That's being taken to a place where nothing returns against its will.
Gross.
Is it in a cage like Caliber was?
He is chained about hands, feet, and neck, and they are attached to the wagon.
Could we try to buy it from him, maybe?
No.
And then let him go?
He does not seem keen to sell.
Alternatively,
He has in fact spent most of the night trying to buy either other people's offerings or just anything mechanical.
I don't like this one.
It seems to be this is a man of means but not talent.
I have a question?
He wants to have
Yes.
the drink.
What is your question?
The ground that we are walking on, is it solid or is it sand?
It is a bit of sand on top of solid rock. This is sort of the rockiness of the mountain, but the sand does blow over the road.
When we're
And
at any
things.
point, is there just areas that's just sand, sort of like deserty dune nonsense?
And it's not that loose.
Okay,
You guys had passed through some of that,
right.
but here it is not that loose.
When we do pass through the loot, can she see, or is she tough?
So far, you guys were on camel. Make me an investigation check.
Natural 20 for 22.
Hello.
Nice.
No.
It seems even when she is on camel or on the ship, she has some awareness of everything around her. You don't I don't know that you guys stopped too much in the Great Dunes, but she seems to be able to sense things even in less than ideal conditions.
Especially if there's canonically movement of air
Mhm.
in any given space,
Mhm.
especially being out in the open.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, I know that is helpful. I know that normally, although I don't know if your feat negates it, their like mounts and ships can reduce the range,
Mhm.
but she's still functional.
There's
Mhm.
there's no mention.
Great.
So
Okay.
I assume that I can
Oh, I mean,
see.
yeah, you're still aware. You
Mhm.
still, I will say you're probably not eager to be on a camel.
I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm not used to riding camels, so this like intense rocking motion, like
It's new.
I grip the saddle very tightly,
Much too tight.
and it's fine. I'm fine.
Are you?
Right. So back to the.
This is fun.
So back to
Yeah,
killing
back to the
that guy.
slaver.
Yeah, this is our entire
do-
mission right
Do
now.
we want to? We could have just on the road just stop him and free his warforged,
Mhm.
or we could do it here. But I don't think that's a good idea.
I
Is
don't know.
there-
They seem not to like him. You said so. They might thank us.
But is there any kind of law, or
That was the only thing that I was
Apparently,
thinking.
there is
was-
nothing but law.
But exactly.
I mean, that's
I
in the
worry
wheel.
about this culture
That's we're not
here.
there yet.
You're good.
That's at the
You
wheel,
there,
but this entire
Pilgrim
culture
boy.
seems to be about the wheel and the law that it
Yes.
provides.
Are there any laws in this town?
But the law of purpose,
So everything must have a purpose?
that's why we're here.
Well,
What?
I've got a good purpose in mind.
Wonderful. Thank you. Here's a shiny nickel for you.
Oh, thank you,
You know
Mom.
that turkey in the window? You mean the one as big as me? Great! Go and buy it, you clever lad!
Look at his turkey all the way out here, just full of sand.
It's Christmas Day. There's no way it's
Sand
turkey.
turkeys.
No, it's a mechanical turkey.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate that. There's a.
Since I mean, have there been any like guards in this pop-up town?
No.
So
What's-
so to me, it's a lawless land.
Yeah, we're the
Maybe-
law.
Before we get to the wheel is safer. Make a what?
I will
I
take.
worry.
Let's do a check for this
Give
shit.
me religion checks.
All right. Okay, that wasn't
12.
as bad as it could have been.
12.
15.
17.
22.
Nice.
21.
6.
It's good. You're good at religion.
Those of you in the 20s can kind of piece together. They don't have a lot of need for guards and for sheriffs and police
Mm-hmm.
because anyone that might cause a problem is most likely going to the wheel.
Right.
And and the people that are going to the wheel, it is now so close that their desires to potentially something that may motivate them to cause problems is snuffed out by seeing that, right? It's for them, it is seeing Mecca. It is a religious experience nearby. You don't murder people on the door of the Sistine Chapel because you're like, God's
You
right
obviously
there.
not played Assassin's Creed lately.
Red damn brown.
Yeah, that's exactly where you murder people.
But the other thing I will say is that there's very much a philosophy of even if they don't like each other, they are
Yeah.
going to the wheel. Everything there has a purpose. And if they remove something, a part, a piece, something that serves a purpose,
That makes sense.
they might fuck it up.
Well, luckily we're not crazies like they are.
Right.
So-
However,
Just give
and
us
I
time.
can't stress enough how uncomfortable I am that I'm the one who's suggesting this. But maybe we don't go murder hobo
I mean,
in the middle of the town.
Listen,
on
I'm
this
not saying
motherfucker.
I'm not saying that we murder hobo him. I'm saying that we
Stealth hobo him?
know that along
that
the
stealth
road
hobo?
we
could
just like
stealth hobo.
stop and be like,
Have
hey,
a conversation with him. You're very intimidating.
Get rid of your
I am as well.
Warforged.
Yeah. Well, we could also just shank him while he sleeps. I'm not suggesting we don't kill him. I'm just saying we
Okay,
don't
good.
walk up to him in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah. No, I was
Hey,
going to
shit.
stalk him to his
Sleep
sleeping
shake,
pallet and then
yes.
deal with him there.
Because people die all the time. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
and there's
Haunted necks,
sandstorms,
Is it
and there's
unfortunate?
dehydration.
Sometimes
old
it's
food
Um,
poisoning, bad dates.
Did he seem like he was
Bad
going to be
date.
leaving today?
That's a terrible.
Indiana
Yeah,
Jones.
it's
Yes.
awful.
He's leaving today.
So we shall leave
So
today
we
as
have
well.
Shit, so
So,
do we.
so we
Yeah.
have to do it along the road.
Can we also how far away from the actual wheel are we? Another day or two, or
A
like
day.
a day? We have to.
Well, let's see. 2 days.
Okay,
2 days up the mountain
Okay.
if conditions are favorable.
okay. Because my thought was, do we have to postpone his trip here
Yeah.
and kill him here at night? Because if we make it a day and he doesn't camp and we make it to the wheel, we're letting him go forever.
Yeah.
How,
So,
how
it's
many
that.
others look to be leaving today as well?
Make an investigation
It's in
check.
waves.
And
Yeah.
has he left yet?
Not yet.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to catch him.
We just
And then-
scramble and we're like, no.
Wow. Another 12. This is my third 12.
I got an 8, so
Looks like there's there's a variety of people. There is no there's no caravan of them. People seem to be setting out more in a trickle than in any large clumps. Some are more eager, some just naturally sleep later.
Mhm.
It is full of energy, but it is unique in its own way.
may I approach the asshole?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'd
I'd like to
go
be kind
with
of
her.
nearby,
Same.
listening like I'm not part of the conversation, but ready to throw a dagger at a bitch.
I'll literally just go up next to her.
Also
I'm gonna
same.
pretend to be
Can I
shopping.
just stand behind them and have my side?
Sure.
I am literally about
Same.
half a mile away eating popcorn.
Watching.
Ah. Hold
You've
on.
got
Actually,
binoculars up on the.
Make sure you project, sweetie.
Actually, I need to check and see if message is like.
I am also close behind.
I- So sorry to interrupt, friend.
Oh, not a problem at all. What can I do for you?
Please allow me to introduce myself. Hat comes off.
I
Nice
lied.
low bow.
Right on my back.
Captain Madeline Owen at your service. And you are,
I am
sir,
Raleigh.
Raleigh? Like South Carolina?
Sure.
Or a Carolina? A
Sure.
Carolina, right?
It's in North Carolina.
Raleigh. Beautiful name. Strong name. My mother's name was Raleigh. I
Every time.
who do you think she learned it from? I
Raleigh?
Yes.
was wondering, are you perhaps headed out today?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Myself and my compatriots are as well. However, we find ourselves in need of a companion, if you will.
A companion.
We're not the best at travel. It took us ages to get here in the first place, and but it's a little embarrassing. But I think it would put us in a bit more better standing if we were seen with someone such as yourself. With my God, what a beautiful offering this is!
Ah, yes, I have many offerings. Is it? I'm sorry. Who among you, or is it just you, or do you have?
Oh, I have a passel. Yes, my crew.
Hi. I do not acknowledge this.
No,
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay. So, well, how many of you?
7, give or take, depending on how long this adventure takes. And if it bleeds
How
into next
hungry we
week.
get.
If it leads into Monday.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 6 to 14.
He kind of he looks about and he goes, ah. No, I appreciate it, and I would normally think that I might, no offense, but look better by comparison with you all.
None
But
taken.
I think I would hate to deprive the wheel of truly acknowledging my arrival.
Well, of course. Please.
What a dick.
I didn't mean to suggest that we necessarily cross the threshold together, but it would be a hot second of travel. And if I'm honest, friend, I've been hearing some chitter-chatter about the camp, about, well, there...
She's a warrior.
I would like to buy everything in the fucking can.
200 gold.
Cool. Thank you. Some of them are quite envious of you and your grandeur. I think we may be able to help each other out. You give us a little more legitimacy, and we make sure that you make it to the wheel.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'd love to.
Be the traitorous bodyguard. Let's go.
Do the thing.
Number
22.
And if I also rolled persuasion, even though I'm not really saying much, but 21, just be like,
Just to be in the back.
like has glaive clearly visible, maybe like pulls it out and it's just like, hello.
Okay.
looking like
Hello.
capable bodyguard. Hello.
He does. So he does look over you guys for a few minutes and is so he rolled a natural 20 on his insight. Plus 2 for 22.
So cool.
What's the point in having these numbers?
He goes, well, tell you what, we'll set out today, and if you guys think you can keep up, then wonderful.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe give us a hot second to, strap ourselves down.
Sure.
Bless you.
While,
In an hour?
1 hour.
1 hour.
while that conversation is happening, can I send a message to the Warforged?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna discreetly point at him because you have to point. And just hello. My name is Lorvas. This is Lorvas speaking.
How may I help?
Hello. My name is Lorvas. Don't freak out. It's just a message cantrip. But are you okay? You can reply.
Blink twice.
You can reply to this message.
Standard text charges.
He's sort of. I'm chained to a cart.
Okay, that's fair. If
Good answer.
honestly, if that were to change, would you leave or would you still go to the wheel?
Your circumstances
Oh
are
no!
different.
Why do I want to be at the wheel?
I have no clue. Everybody in this town's fucking crazy, so I just wanted to make sure.
Much rather go home.
Okay,
Aw.
cool. Well, a group of friends and I are going to be, it seems, accompanying you and the guy who's chained you up towards the wheel, and we plan on freeing you, so just be cool.
Okay.
Don't let him know, or else you won't be able to get freed, probably.
Okay.
Is he human? Raleigh.
Yes.
But
No, he's a warforged.
Right, I know that. Like, is he human?
It's like in Vegas, you see the robot actors. You're like, is that a person or is that a robot? I don't
Are we
know.
human or are we dancers?
I
my hands are cool.
yeah, I'm gonna still linger in the closest market or talking to a nearby person so I can see and hear what they're doing, but I'm not gonna go back to our spot with them yet. I'm just gonna linger for a minute.
Okay.
And see if he's planning on bouncing
Moving in.
early.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Okay.
what I was gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna just chill and hang the fuck out.
Okay.
And I'll message Madeline as they're leaving. And why do you always do that face when I'm doing this?
I
Be
don't know
cool.
what you're talking about. This is my talking face.
Chill the fuck out. That's your friend face. I'm going to keep an eye on him. I will send up some sort of signal if he starts to leave early, and I'll keep track of him.
What? I'll gather everybody and get your stuff.
Thank you.
Yep.
At some point, I would like to use my divine sensibility.
My camel's name is Jeremy.
Of course it is.
Actually, you know what? That's short term. And very small range.
Short term. I heard
not-
torture.
Not short term. My ability to sense good and evil is torture. Having to know things black and white is awful. I wish the world was gray. No, never mind. Disregard. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
I forgot standard
Death ward.
Death ward.
Thank you. I'll cast. I've been casting it too. It's fun. I'll cast it on Madeline.
What? Death ward?
Death ward.
No, sure. Thanks. Is that a human? Okay.
What?
I
got it.
I think I'm
I got
fine. That's the important thing here.
Not knowing that Yvonne is planning on doing this, Rockdar is equally planning because he was like way back, and so he's just kind of gonna just hang out, and keep an eye
Okay.
because he wasn't like part of the group, so he could
Sure. Okay.
realistically be like, "Man, that those guys no, I have gears on my clothing." Clearly. Clearly, I'm a pilgrim.
Okay. You guys gather up your stuff. Somebody roll me. Somebody roll me a D. No,
Everybody or somebody?
roll me 2d10. I need 2d10.
I'll get one.
Just only one person roll.
5.
2d10.
Yeah,
One more.
you can eat.
3.
That's fine.
One.
So about 10 minutes before the hour is up, those of you hanging out and watching, looks like Raleigh had packed up and he's been sitting there waiting, and he gets kind of bored and antsy, and his cart starts to go.
It's 10 minutes. It's fine.
And I, at a respectable distance, start to go with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna
leave a mummy-esque. Here's this thing to show that I was here, and I'm gonna go. How far away are you guys? How far away was our camp from him?
Oh, I don't know, a few minutes. It's not.
Yeah, I would
It's
like
not
to
a big place.
respectfully catch up.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys do. His cart is a elemental cart of earth.
Oh.
So it is a horseless carriage.
So the Warforged isn't pulling it;
kill
he's just
No.
attached.
We get
He's-
the
he's
car.
Being
being-
pulled.
He's
Free
being
the
dragged
Warforged.
behind it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Is this Warforged like Caliber style Warforged, Catalyst style Warforged?
He is
Roomba
Caliber
style
and
Warforged.
Catalyst were of finer make and
Exchange 9.
creation.
But he's like standard Warforged.
He's far more standard.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
We're
It
thinking the
seems-
ones we found in the first tower.
Shield.
Shield, the Roomba one.
Those were not Warforged. Those were merely.
Those are constructs, you're right.
Yeah, those were merely golems. He is a Warforged. It is of masculine make, seeming identity. It's not overly huge. It's not like a juggernaut size or anything like that, but it is. It looks like it would be strong physically.
Okay.
It is. Feet are chained loosely. Hands are bound far more tightly, and all of those come to like a single big ring, and then that ring is attached to the cart.
I'm already trying to, from afar, look and see if I can see any obvious magical accoutrement on the locks, or if they just look like they have keyholes.
Make a
Do, like,
investigation check at
At disadvantage, because I'm not trying to. I'm just
Yeah.
seeing if I can in advance see if I'm gonna need
Right.
magic, or if I can just kind of
I
like
got you.
God
disadvantage still investigation. So that's a 27.
Okay.
Sorry, fuck. My score's on a 28.
Yes, you do suspect that there are arcane components to these
Got it.
locks.
How close are we all? Because I would have caught up with Raleigh.
I will say for the first, roll me a d4.
3.
3. Okay. Yvonne, are you on foot?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not giving away all my secrets yet.
that's fine. With you on foot, you cannot keep up with him.
Oh, okay.
So the cart is going
It's going.
Cart.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going at least like horse speed. It's going faster than what the average camel is doing.
Okay.
So
Even if I'm dashing for a while.
if you're dashing, you're barely keeping like he's gaining ground on you.
That's okay. I just need to see where he's going.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
he's
Going
I
to the
know.
wheel.
I know. I just yeah.
yeah. I'm letting you know his cart is pretty quick.
Okay.
You guys will need to like sprint the camels. You can see him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not so far away that he is out of sight,
Right.
but you would need to like sprint the camels for probably 2 hours,
Oh,
Once
jeez.
we catch up with him,
and that would pretty much exhaust the camels for the day. Like,
Yep.
yeah, that would.
oh, never mind that.
Thanks.
Well,
Well-
just try and catch up with him at camp then.
No, I apologize.
Yeah, I was
I'm
like, if he
trying
left
for, like,
10 minutes before us.
Yeah, but his cart is faster.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And yeah.
But probably for like an hour.
Still.
Nah,
Okay.
20 minutes,
Oh.
30 minutes. It's going to take you a little bit. Like, you'll spend probably half the day trying to catch him.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, while we're riding, guys, I realized we don't have to kill him. I can just make him leave for like ever.
We could
Probably.
just kill him, though.
I mean,
Isn't
yeah.
that killing him?
No, I literally have a spell that's really fucked up. That just I tell him what to do and he does it.
Oh,
I
bless.
mean, so do
and,
I.
and God
Yeah,
knows I
chaos,
don't want to
chaos
take
or
that
whatever.
that fun
Oh,
away
Mine's
from
not
you.
as strong.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
But don't we, sort of, it's been a while since someone's reaped, I think.
Yeah.
She's getting
I
twisted.
mean,
Well, and what if he just takes another Warforged,
I mean, that's true.
That's right.
I'm also really okay with killing him. But
Yeah.
Okay, phenomenal. Because I think that's a good goal.
yeah, I'm just saying if we don't want to, I
No,
can
I
make him leave for 30 days.
All right, just quick show of hands. Wants to kill him?
Kill the slaver.
Because, yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you're saying it like that.
Yes, I absolutely fucking do. Kill the thing that has a chained sentient thing. Wait, I treat my horses better than he's treating him.
I mean, to be fair, you did offer to buy. So that's not the
To
point.
then
So-
fucking free him. I'm not having this goddamn argument again. I'm not having.
Sorry.
Hey,
It's a
you,
compliment.
none of you. I'm having none of you think that I was buying slaves to buy slaves. I was buying
We
slaves
all
to
know
free
that.
slaves.
As it
Do
came
you?
out of my mouth, I forgot. I'm sorry.
I got shit for this for 6 goddamn months.
Oh.
I'm not doing it again.
We're just teasing you.
I'm sorry. I forgot. All right.
Rothgar is so confused.
Are we
That
going?
was out of character.
Are
Yes.
we going to? Is he going to stop for the night, or is he going straight for 2 days?
You don't know.
Oh, true,
Can-
because he has a fucking elemental card.
Well, and just
I was gonna say, could we roll to know more about the cart? Did anyone get a chance to inspect it?
Not up close, but some of you, being from the Empire, may have information on it. I'll
What
take
would-
history checks.
Thank you. Nope. 8. Ha.
13.
28.
I'm not from the Empire.
Wow.
I did not roll.
23.
I do
Um,
intelligence things, and
I,
that's about
miss,
it.
I miss having those
I like
rolls. Those modifiers.
Yeah, so the cart does need to. It's very expensive to run it for 24 hours.
Okay.
It does usually need like a recharge period.
Like
Okay,
in most
so-
magical items.
Yeah. So he can run it for about 8 hours.
Okay, so after 8 hours, he'll stop. Theoretically, he'll just stop along the road.
Mm-hmm.
We catch him.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
After about 6 hours, you guys you've caught up with him pretty well. The incline, along with the winding nature of the roads, plays to the benefits of the camels.
Camels 1, cart 0.
Go that far.
Camels 1, cart 0.
Sure.
But
Do we
it's so
want
much
to have-
better on the environment.
Do we want to have one less person with us whenever we arrive?
I will.
Who are you suggesting getting rid of?
I can be invisible.
I can also just
He can also just blood merge.
be in a blood.
Just so there's a secret.
Mm.
I like a secret.
If you want to be invisible, you want to go inside someone. Sure.
I can't stay invisible all night though, so it might be safer to have him just
Yeah.
be inside someone.
hearing all of this, Meon is
Like to.
very confused and a little disturbed.
Leon, this is a great time for you to, as
Say
Leon,
that out loud.
As-
say that
Yeah.
and have them explain
Just gonna get
what
cards
weirdness
ready.
they are. Would you like to say that out loud? You do not have
Like, I
to.
have to figure
You
out
don't. Yeah, you don't have to.
I want
but you
to
can.
ask.
how does one work this.
But also, I don't necessarily want to know. But what are you talking about?
Oh, I.
The
I've-
phrase we like to
I've
use
had
is
to
blood
expl-
mage's best mage.
Well, so
Uh,
so you haven't witnessed it yet,
Witness me.
but I do magic a little bit different, and I will just.
Yeah, do you need-
No.
Jump in.
No.
Go for a ride.
Where's
Also-
the van? Where's the van?
also, as a heads up, I am blind.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I know. He does.
So
does he know?
it's-
Does he know that though? Or are your eyes like glossed over
Yeah.
the?
It's
oh,
pretty apparent that I am
Okay.
blind.
Well.
You could just describe it to me.
Well, no. He'll just.
Video descriptive service.
He'll pull out a dagger, and then cut his finger, and like flick it, and blood comes out, and he casts Blood Lance, a cantrip, and like, is there vegetation
Sure.
anywhere? He'll flick it at one of them, and it slices it, and then
You can, yes, you can definitely smell the copperness of the blood. You can hear the piercing nature of it hitting one of like a cactus or something like that.
Mhm.
and yeah, I use blood instead of. Well, I mean, it also has to do with knowledge, but
Thank
instead
God.
of like praying like Ruby does, or like weird music and inspiration.
I
like
just
Yvonne
started doing
does.
it one day. Not sure why.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
And one ability that I have found myself able to do, and this one is one of the weirder ones that people don't really like hearing about. I can
Kind of fascinating.
hop inside somebody's blood and just be in there and hide for an indefinite amount of time.
You don't have to sleep.
Ah,
Yeah, I also don't sleep.
Do you
but
perceive
can-
while you're in there?
No,
Okay, so he couldn't keep watch for someone who was asleep while he was in them.
no. But they can force me to leave, and I can also leave by my choice.
fascinating.
That's weird.
So if we like, sometimes if somebody's stealthing ahead, I find myself able to be like, hey, I'll go with you, but not really. Then I'll just pop out, scare an enemy. We did that once.
I love
And
it
then,
so much.
like, if we want to show up and have one less person until he's asleep, and I can just,
Ideal.
yeah.
Yeah, I like it actually.
So,
Terrified by this.
I've done it. It's fine. You get used to it. It's just a normal day in the life of the Rebel Alliance.
yeah.
Last time I heard things went terribly with. you
Yeah, I was
playing
told that
host.
I
Would
was
you
told
like
that I
me
was
to?
not allowed to.
Consent is very important.
Well, friend is gone.
I know, but I wasn't sure if things had changed. If that was still like you didn't
trigger?
want
And uncomfortable.
No, it was her trigger, if anything else.
to. Yeah, fair. Well, whoever wants, I'll just.
I mean, I don't.
put out a hand, and I'll just.
I mean, I have no problem with blood, so.
Okay.
Swan dive.
So do-
I believe you have to.
So
I was gonna say,
yeah,
if you
so
have-
like
That's fine. I don't.
thematic, like as written, it doesn't say anything about it, but
So I guess you
thematically,
would turn
it's
into
just-
blood and then creep up people's nose.
it was just
Ah.
gross. So like instead,
No.
instead one way that
Other
we've done it has just been like a small paper cut or like whatever, just
Well,
enough
that's worse,
to
man.
like
Just
break the
stab
skin.
somebody.
Yeah.
Just enough to
Yeah.
like break the
What's wrong
skin
with
and then
you?
like
No, make it a good one that you can heal. I feel like paper cuts, even healing word, is not going to fix that shit. Like, at least if it's like an actual
has to be
slice, you
cure
can.
wounds.
Yes.
You definitely should cut in a place where there's not a lot of nerve endings, which is why you don't do your hands.
Yeah.
Also, as someone who needs to use their hands a lot.
Don't
for
do that.
I mean, it
Very
could be
sensory
like-
things.
It could
Elbow.
be like,
Like no, I'm
wind-
literally I'm literally just like
Arm.
upper arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, upper arm.
all right.
Just
Like
So a little.
as someone who
a little
knows about
poke.
like the body and wounds and stuff, soldier. Hi. Yeah, I'll just like take out a dagger and like make a small cut in the upper arm. It's fine.
And then he basically
Is
like
there any like sensation that
becomes.
I should, or is it
Um,
literally just like, huh, wow?
Yeah, I will say there is a slight sensation at the
You feel
opening of the wound where it slightly like swells or expands, but it's not painful. It's just sort of
Mhm.
the compression of that mass into blood. Other than that, once it's done,
Mhm.
yeah, nothing.
Can I heal the wound? Up,
I say
or
that
is
I
it,
think
like,
as far as I
is it
would
just
say
thematic?
when
kind of
the
like-
it's more
Mhm.
thematic. Well,
Mhm.
I think because he's in your blood, instead of it like slowly, like any that would come out would just get caught up in the flow of him
Yeah,
going
of
in.
going in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just sort of does that,
Mhm.
and then it's more like a.
Doesn't he need a cut to exit?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you're gonna,
No, that's when you
But-
nose bleed out.
No, because
Oh.
I've always it's always been a cut and then you
Yeah.
no.
I mean,
I mean, I literally just ties
Mhm.
ties linen around upper arm,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
swaths it. It's not a large cut.
Mhm.
I'll just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Never mind.
and out of like as a player, you can use an action to eject me, or I can choose to use an action.
You
to
just
leave.
flex real hard.
Double.
Weird flex program.
My little
I would like to blood flex him into combat.
It's me, the 6'2" person.
all of these.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Have we discussed if someone like me was, I don't know, flying and just like cut him out into the field, if he could just onto someone? Because that would be fucking
That would be-
fun.
I would
He'd
probably
take fall damage.
No offense, if you're landing stabbing like Assassin's Creed.
That's fall damage.
It's just a
Not
fall
from that.
damage.
What's your dexterity modifier?
It's still fall damage.
He's fine.
Probably.
But yeah. So
So I
Oh,
didn't
that's
hear
that.
no. That
So that-
wasn't a no.
so that's that.
Depending on how far you're falling.
I'm not gonna pull a cleater and drop him from
No.
300 feet or anything. I'm not a monster.
I'm
That's
doing
sad.
the mental calculations in my head if this is all in character. Like, Leona's just like, well, hypothetically, you're like 15 feet. If you're a really good tumbler, maybe like 25. But
I don't remember how dexterous he was. He has problems with bridges.
No, I'm.
Mm.
No, he's really good at destroying bridges.
Yeah, staying on them is the problem.
That.
while
not
he's in
good
my
at.
blood, can we communicate or are you silent?
We've been able to. Somebody's been able to cast message at me before, but other than that, nope.
Okay.
I
That's fine.
can't take any action.
Actually,
or
I'm gonna
reaction.
think. I'm gonna try to. I can't message him inside her head, can I? Because you have to be able to see them. If I message her, do both of them hear?
Sure.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And suddenly everyone starts messaging me. I'm a little confused.
It's an interesting ability
It is.
that the details of which
Well,
are not
'cause it
fully
says it's-
explained.
Well, they are. We've just like ignored them in the
Glossed over
past.
them.
Well, like because it's you can take no act. You while within a creature, you are restrained and can take no actions or reactions except taking the action to eject yourself from a creature.
Right.
Which is why I have never cast message at
Right.
somebody.
People
It's
can
just
cast
been
message
at
you.
me, and I can reply because that doesn't
Sure.
take an action or a reaction.
Right.
And that's kind of how we've justified that in the
Yeah.
past. But so I just sit there until somebody's like, leave. Or I message and I'm like,
Be gone.
we will be fighting
Mhm.
something in T-2 minutes. And I just count down and then eject
I was going
myself.
to say it would be
Synchronize
easiest,
your watches.
Mhm.
yeah, easiest to release you beforehand because you don't have the action or reaction after you've been
Yeah,
ejected. So,
Exactly.
okay, that makes sense.
So now we have you carrying Lorvas.
Mm.
So what's the plan? Murder. Yes, thank you, Ruby.
Yeah, we see.
How many?
We watch
How many others are
in camp
around?
with us.
That's a good point. Anyone
Make
in
a
the
perception check.
vicinity?
No, I see nothing.
Ooh, literally a 20 and a 1.
Oh, actually,
So I'm going to take the 20.
20.
16.
23.
Oh, the
I will
Vine girls.
say there's some people far past the guy. You don't suspect they would notice, and there's some people maybe an hour and a half behind you.
How tall is he?
5'10".
Does he have any facial hair?
No, clean shaven,
Okay. What color's his hair?
brown.
Okay.
Roll distress.
So, anyone else for a good, quiet evening assassination? I haven't done one of those in a while. Might be good to dust off the old.
Like we're just making sure, because it's one of my few abilities in which I have. We're fully taking off a diplomatic ideal, right?
He's a slaver.
Yes.
Again, no, I'm not condoning anything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Reluctantly, yes. Leaves.
cool. Just making sure. Pulls out a sword,
Chaotic
scimitar.
good. I want to do good things. I don't always go about it the right way.
Just wanted to different views on similar scenarios.
Yep.
Pulls out a scimitar of wounding. All right, I'm ready.
Wait, not yet, not yet, not
Good,
yet.
my bad.
Not what he can see.
This
Ah,
is
Jesus.
something a bit random, but I've been thinking a lot about it.
Do you have a story to tell us, perchance?
I do.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about. It's people I choose. I don't have to see you.
Nice.
Do I have to be able to hear you tell the story though?
Message me would have to be the case.
Well,
I will
'cause it's
message.
her.
I can translate.
No,
I
it's
can. No, I know it is
her
her.
Who
She
can
doesn't have
see
message.
or hear and can understand.
Yeah, I
What's-
can't.
It's all right.
That's okay.
Better for some of us to have it than
Yep.
nobody.
Yeah, but he's the one that uses
Uh,
his HP to.
I can
cast.
heal him up. I
Temp
can heal him
HP.
up. It's okay.
Temp HP are ignored by my blood.
That's
Oh,
fair.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Temp
Um,
HP only.
I've been thinking about. Do you know how pearls are made?
Yes.
No.
I don't. I lied.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Well, my entire
I do.
story
I'll
is,
just repeat that sentence for 10 minutes and then we'll be fine.
Excellent. I
Phenomenal. Repeat that sentence for 10 minutes. 14 hit points for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Queen.
Going to
Okay.
I'm sleight of hand checking this.
I love your inspiring leader. Genuinely.
So it's a 19. I'm slipping Ruby the pearl ring that I bought in town.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, people think they're nothing. And they're small, and then they get into tricky spots. And after enough nonsense happening to them, none of which is of their own volition or fault, they come out stronger and so much more beautiful.
Thank you.
And I
That's
know that you're a ruby,
beautiful.
but the more I've gotten to know you, I'd rather think of you as a pearl, my dear.
Thank you so much. Ruby cries.
As does Christine a little bit.
Let's go stab- let's go stab
I was trying to
someone.
keep it inside.
Don't. This is a table that's safe for
Okay.
tears. I've cried many times at this table. There's more of my tears than the paint on this wood.
So
Let's go kill.
Wait,
let's
for
go meet a
nightfall?
friend.
Wait for nightfall?
Do we need
Or are
to?
we just going?
I would prefer, because there are a couple.
A little bit of a stealth.
Little bit of
Yeah.
stuff.
I'd rather wait for evening.
Plus, I don't know. This just doesn't feel like it's going to be terribly easy.
Yeah.
The man does have a war forged.
He may be able to control it even if it doesn't want to fight for him, so we have to deal with that. I think having the upper hand of surprise is good. We are all saying this away from him, by the way. We're not just in his earshot. I feel it's very important to mention that. That we set up our own camp a little bit outside of
this
his
is
ear
right
range.
after he went inside her blood, so I'm pretty sure we didn't do that in front of him either.
Yeah,
What?
I'd like to make sure.
Mhm.
All right.
Although
really
given us,
happened?
I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah.
We didn't do it in front of him? What?
Well, then what's the point?
It's a
It's
party.
so-
I thought we were trying to intimidate
It's
him.
so cool.
Yeah.
You're
You know
not gonna
what?
watch whatever
I
you
bet
do.
we could. It's such a rare ability. I bet we could convince people that he was just a weird illusion and he just pulled it back in, like because no one sees blood magic. Like I bet if someone saw, we could convincingly convince them that that's just a weird illusion that I had going. He's a whatever someone's marvelous servant. Like I don't know.
We could just stab him.
Yeah, we could. No, I'm just saying for future, if someone accidentally
Yeah,
saw,
that's
we
kinda
could
fun.
probably convince them that. Anyway, I'm ready.
We killed him too.
Let's fight.
That's fine.
Well,
Okay.
Stealth
Never
first.
mind.
but, yeah.
Let's
So you guys
assassinate.
are waiting till he has stopped the cart.
Yes.
Okay. So you know that you've got about an hour and a half. How are you guys going about this?
Do you want me to distract him for a little bit and you guys can get the jump?
I thought we were gonna just like try and get him in his cabin at night while he's sleeping.
Cabin.
In his wagon, in his campsite, whatever. I thought we were just gonna try to stealth slice his throat in the middle of the night.
We were riding after him because we offered our services and
Okay.
such.
We could just chat with him,
Yeah.
find out what he knows about where he's going and why he's kind of a dick, and then when he goes to sleep, just sort of get him.
Or I could just talk to him, get his attention going one place, and then someone could sneak attack
It's fair.
or something.
You can sneak attack with the Morning Star.
Very
Perfect.
sneaky.
Also, I do have a command spell that could help immobilize him or the Warforged if need
Just
be.
realized that
He's
you're swimming.
Oh, what the fuck's wrong?
He's like, her liver's doing really well.
She's so healthy.
He does it every time.
I do.
They just like absentmindedly run.
Oh my god, and every time
what?
the camera comes on and you're like, where am I? You just came out of someone's bloodstream.
It's like where we put Matthew when he's not on stream
Yeah.
is just in our blood.
This is like an episode of the Magic School Bus where he's
Yes.
just like, oh no,
Anyone
this is the
should
parts of the
say,
body.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
don't
goodness.
like
All
it.
right. Let's get on with the killing.
should we talk to him about how the lock works and how to like? Should we be like,
That
"That's
might
a
be-
really cool lock"?
that
be
might
too
be way
specific.
too
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's,
Cue him.
from
I'm not good
from
at
an
discreet.
from an espionage perspective, that is a big red flag.
Okay, got it.
Also, you guys have seen more of us destroy like scrolls and shit before.
Oh,
I'm just saying it's not something we have to do, but I can keep him distracted for a hot
Just
second.
go talk to
Yeah,
him
that works.
and find out what you can, by the way, of if why he's going. Maybe he knows some more things that we don't know, and then just sort of signal me, and I'll watch you, and I'll just sneak out.
Oh, you all
Yeah.
of you.
No, I know.
Mm.
You mentioned sneak attack, so I was just gonna
Right,
go in
well,
first,
yeah.
so we can get that extra damage and get the advantage and the extra damage.
Phenomenal. I'm going to take my camel.
Okay. Oh, look, you made it.
Well, shit. That thing goes fast.
I know.
Did you make that?
No.
No?
No.
Where on earth did this thing come from? Earth. That's funny.
Yes.
Where on earth did this thing come from?
We are used to employing a wide variety of artifices and.
We?
Yes.
The royal we? Or
Yes, exactly. The royal we.
what royal
God.
are we? I beg your pardon, Raleigh. Royal
yes.
Raleigh?
Well, at one point, but I have since abdicated my title of Prince of Arpe.
Oh God damn it!
I'll pay?
Prince of
Okay.
Arpe.
Are we about to kill him?
Do I would like to see if I know what the fuck our pay is.
Yeah, history.
That's an 11.
Sounds
Sounds lovely. Where is it?
it is, it's to the south of here. The end of the Endless Sands. A bit of a poorly named set of sands, to be honest.
Good
But,
God, what's a prince doing out in the middle of a desert with a warforged and an earth cart?
well, we had been doing such. We had developed our city-state to be a wonderful home for all sorts of artificers and inventors. It is truly a marvelous city. It is the bright, shining beacon of tomorrow. And then suddenly there came a day in which this great exodus began. And so I have gathered up some of our most wonderful devices and creations, and I have trailed the footsteps of our lost royal artificers, and they have led me here to this wheel. And so I have come to either open up diplomatic channels with these creations of the wheel, or to see our royal creators return.
Ah! Well, that's it. I'm sorry, he's so big. Your middleman. Does he have a name?
Yes. What is your name, Forged?
Okay.
Lift. His name is Lift.
Are you sure? And he's not just telling you to? Are you sure?
Are you sure? Yes, my name is Lift.
Okay, well, I had a minute where I was like, maybe he's just trying to get his people back, but then he doesn't know his own fucking Warforged name, so I'm back on the killing him train.
Lift. Beautiful. My father's name is Lift.
I message Madeline. Is that enough time? Shall I approach?
You know,
I hang back.
he's a bit of a beast, isn't he? Does he do any tricks?
Do you do any tricks? I lift.
Surprise!
Nah.
Phenomenal.
I would. No, don't be that way. Tell her about our pay. Right. I was made in the forges of our pay. I have spent my days working as a dock steward in which I lift things off of carts and onto ships.
He works for the dock master.
For the dog master.
The dock.
Motherfucker.
Wait, so was it illegal for him to be created in the first place?
In
How
the,
old is he?
In the
Empire.
Yeah, but
But this is outside the
but
Empire.
this is outside, so they can do
This our pay.
this our pay, motherfucker.
Exactly.
The dock master. That's what
The dock master.
Oh, so
Girl.
so you're a sailor then?
Lift, are you a sailor? I have only been outside of our pay via, and he looks at his chains.
Oh, God.
And he looks up. Foot. I don't think our pay is ever sailed. I don't think Lift has ever sailed.
Oh, it's a damn shame. You
Matt-
like boats? They're fun.
Madeline can see me behind just like,
Now, is it lift with an
that was
I?
a nod. Okay,
No.
I'm going
with
in.
an I or a Y?
I'm going in.
Make
Or a PH?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Advantage because he's distracted by her.
Make a performance check.
All of us are just.
I was gonna
All
say,
of us?
do you want to go by
Whoever is
yourself?
approaching
I
will
was
need
gonna
to
stealth
approach
check
with
first and just try to go because rogue, and
we'll
then have
follow
people
behind.
go. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like first attack, sneak attack, rogue.
I would say anyone that is approaching, do make a stealth check as you
course,
are
yeah.
attempting to get at least within 30 feet of him
Uh-huh.
without drawing his attention.
15.
You know what? I don't
17.
think I'm quite approaching.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that well, so I'm just
24.
going to let it happen and then walk up.
Rothgar knows his strengths and his weaknesses.
Yeah. Rothgar is he's quite learned in the ways of
Got my
tactics.
Get your
Me
popcorn.
and my popcorn.
No, but he doesn't seem,
Just more popcorn.
he doesn't seem to notice you guys as you make your approach.
Thank God.
Great.
He goes, you see lifts, well, I don't know if he actually has like eyes and pupils, but you see him sort of think. And then he returns with, oh, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
I'm so sorry. In my mind, I'd already put down Y and a PH. It's a little fancier. It puts people off their guard. You're going to have a hell of a time in gift shops, but I think it's worth it in the end. Yep. A couple of people are going to call you Lipet, but they'll be incorrect. 'Cause your name is Lift, damn it. Lift! Lift! Lift me up on high! Towards the wheel! Glorious! Fucking wheel!
And I stabbed. I was going to approach it. I heard this and I fucking, fucking, that's her word. That means kill.
I like to think on every step.
Lift. I'm like, are we sure? And then on fucking, I'm like, that's the kill. Like, I know Madeline well enough.
Make your attack roll with advantage.
Thank you, advantage.
Sorry. Everybody, before that happens, everybody flip for initiative.
Scheiße.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, I don't have. Okay.
Dumbass even knew we were doing this. And I'm still not an idiot.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't have. Hold on.
grab it. There's probably a suit
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
in front of you.
The,
That's
the,
parts of one.
Yeah,
Flip them
there's
over.
okay.
Here's one.
I couldn't tell what were complete decks.
That's
okay.
23 to hit.
Gotcha. And then
We always flip them face
remove-
down, even though we should probably leave them face up.
So yeah.
Here's
So
a
remove
probably
the,
do a great
the
many
lowest
things.
4. So a 2, 3, 4, and a 5.
Okay. 2,
That was a good start.
4 and 5.
Yeah. And now shuffle those, and these are the ones that you will use.
Yeah.
Those
So
are.
these will sit right there, and I'll
Okay.
get them there later.
So he has the surprised condition. It is a condition in 5e.
Yeah, it is.
So we start at the top with Ace.
Ace.
You don't know anything's going
Yeah.
on.
So can I because for the entire
I guess I should have
before we
released him.
well no that's okay. Before whenever I hopped in, the plan was eventually at some point hop out murder.
Yeah.
So now that we're actually having to declare actions, can I hold action murder for whenever I'm
Yes.
forcefully
That's
ejected?
nice.
Murder action.
Hold action.
I'll do
Cantrip.
actually no. I'm gonna do hold action.
Let's
yeah,
do
'cause if
hold,
I
let's
cast
do
a-
hold action cantrip.
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
otherwise you would constantly be holding and losing spells.
Yeah, that's fine. Well,
So-
because I was gonna do one out of my item, but I can't do that. So
Hold
I will
action,
hold
use
action
item.
cantrip.
You can
Well,
hold action, use item.
it was like the light staff.
It's still an item.
Yeah. Okay. Will it lose the charges?
Well, you're holding. You're not concentrating on the spell. You're
You're
preparing
waiting.
to use
Yeah.
the staff.
Okay. Cool.
It's a slight difference,
Yeah.
but I think it's one that works.
Absolutely. Then I will hold action staff
item.
use.
Got it. Okay. King.
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 Oh yeah. I with the war shriek leap of
He's no longer surprised.
death to the slavers. Just I am not I shall not suffer a slaver to live. We're gonna go burn that fucking city to the ground one of these days.
Go for it.
So that's what I do. And I should do damage with my new unicorn
Well-
dice.
Also roll to attack.
It was I rolled. Which is my other roll count?
Yeah,
That was
that's
22 to hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like, I rolled already. Did I not tell you?
I did see you.
Sorry, I was like, I rolled that advantage because you asked me to.
Yes.
Sorry, I did not see.
She
My bad.
did, and then
yeah,
I
absolutely.
Thank you.
I,
You're
I
good.
didn't hear it. Like, I'm realizing now you said it. I'm like,
Yeah, same. I don't know why. I was just so concentrated on the death for the
Yeah.
slavers.
Alright, so lots of threes. 3, 6, 9,
It was in my head. So.
18 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my second attack on a short sword.
Okay.
Ooh. 21 to hit.
Does hit.
Great. And I just use the base damage for that. I don't add the thing.
Correct.
2. Sorry, 3.
Bless you.
It is still a +1 sword.
Yeah.
So I still get there.
There you go.
Okay.
Rothgar,
Um,
you're about 60 feet away.
cool. I'm gonna move 40 feet closer,
Okay.
and then I'm going to throw a javelin at him.
Do it.
No,
Yeah.
you're not.
I'm not. I'm throwing a javelin at him.
It just
So
shatters
nat
in
one.
your hand.
Nat one. Yeah.
You
Roll
fumble
me a
it.
percentile.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Lift. He will catch it. Kill me.
No.
54.
Okay. It
You hit me.
it like no, he doesn't hit anybody. It does hit the cart. It like
Yes, at least you can go get it.
into the cart.
At least the Sarlacc didn't eat it. Like, that
Yeah.
could have been.
Anything else, Rothgar?
Fight the good fight.
Well done. Queen.
Viva la revolution!
Can I get within 30 feet of him,
So
or are
you-
we too far
Still
away?
You had stealth with them. You had rolled a
Mhm.
stealth check.
to move up
So
close.
you were within 30 feet at the start of this.
Excellent. I would like to start with the bonus action of casting Compelled Duel.
Yeah.
Okay.
He needs to make a Wisdom save, and if he fails, he
He does
needs perfect. He is drawn to me,
Okay.
Like a moth.
and he will have disadvantage if he tries to attack anyone else but me.
Yes.
Okay.
And every time he tries to move more than 30 feet away from me, he needs to make a Wisdom save, and it restricts his turn.
But weird
Okay.
question. If 2 people cast that on him, does he have
It
to be...
negates.
Okay, it would negate.
It's just
They
the-
can't just, like,
just the newest
sandwich
person.
him and just...
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
Okay, because that would
Uh,
have been awesome.
Yeah, no. So I will use my movement to get right on up to him.
Okay.
Um,
So you're within 5 feet of him. He is on the cart. Yvonne is like up, standing on the like steps that lead up to the bench where you
Mhm.
drive. He's sitting there. You're just sort of to the front of the cart where like a horse would be.
Mhm.
So you are within 5 feet of him.
okay. Does he have any kind of cover then because
No.
he's on the cart? Okay.
No.
Do you want to eject me, or is that going to be around
Oh, I guess I
two?
should be.
You're good.
I
You're
should
good. If
Probably.
It's either way.
yeah,
Pure.
either way, we're good. I cannot eject myself until I know that we're in combat.
You know what? That's good because if you're right there, you can attack him, and if he tries to attack you, it's disadvantage. So, like, that'll help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hit the eject button.
Yes.
Say hello to my Lego friend.
Ah! And then
The 6'2"
Wait,
elf
is he
pops out.
intimidating?
yes,
Yes.
the 6'2" elf
That's
pops
extremely
out.
intimidating. Can I actually? No. Well, releasing him is my action,
Mhm.
but can I do it as intimidatingly as possible?
Sure, make an intimidation check.
Just like I conjure the demon or something like that.
The Finn Balor
In the
entrance music starts
it'll
playing.
be a
Yes.
performance check, but for now. Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Intimidation, right? 15.
He doesn't really realize that he comes out of the blood in your arm. He was having a conversation and suddenly he's
Was
being
stabbed,
attacked. And like you're like, haha, and you're pointing at the elf and
That you
he's
summoned.
there, but he's like, I don't why is he more
We're killing
but he has to focus on you.
We're about to start a war.
Never meant to
Well,
start
never
a
gonna come back
war.
anyway.
Oh no,
It's a lot of stuff.
we meant to. Oh, that's true. He is going to the.
We
We
did
might not come back, honestly.
Fine.
Yeah.
And then as I pop out, I need the man to make a wisdom saving throw.
This
DC
man.
17.
Fails.
Wow.
Hold monster. He's paralyzed.
Okay.
Hold monster.
That was beautiful from that entire table.
So he's now paralyzed
All right.
for a
paralyzed he
minute.
is.
And then because I don't want to be in melee with him, I'm gonna back up. But I would like to go next to Lift.
Gonna back it.
Yeah, you back up around the corner. Sure.
Get him out.
We're saving you.
That rescue we
Actually,
talked
I
about.
don't know that your name is Lift. We're saving you.
Thanks.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
That's my action.
Go back around
So
the
if
corner.
you're
And you were what was your queen?
Yes.
Jack. 10.
10.
10. Madeline. He is paralyzed.
I know.
Oh, I just realized that the spell is broken if someone attacks him other than me. Oops. Well,
Rip.
I was gonna claim him and just kind of be like, ha, and just
Well,
be
I
like, have
haven't
that
Did not
attacked
get
him.
attacked.
Yeah.
I haven't
But you
attacked
cast a
him.
spell, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can
But
break it. It's fine.
No, but hers specifically is
If someone else, if
attacks.
anyone but me attacks the
Yours
target,
is
Is
different.
attacks and spells, yeah.
Yeah.
that's
But I
fine.
can also do that whenever the fuck I want.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Have fun. I don't care if the spell's broken.
It's a hard spell for one enemy
No.
encounters.
This is why you don't name them. Now it hurts. Oh well. I'm going to try to start working on Lift's chains.
Sure. Okay. Make a thieves tools check.
Oh, nice. 27.
You do pick the lock, but the
The magic, I
magic
can't do, yeah.
holds on to it.
Okay.
That's half
you'll
of it.
need some form of dispel or specific key.
I got you.
And the mechanics of the lock have been disabled. It at this point could probably just like tap it, and
Okay.
he does have 3 locks on him though.
Okay, so that's one lock.
That's one lock. Would you like his hands, feet, or neck?
What seems to be most
Most restrictive, probably his hands.
oh yeah.
You he sees you do it, and he's like, "Huh."
Oh,
Soon.
we're getting there.
Bonus action. You got any itches you need? Like a nose? Like this?
Sure.
Just go scratch his nose.
Yeah, he's flat. There's no nose, but you,
Right.
you kind of
Scratch the face.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Is one of these by your stuff?
The skull die.
Because
You loaned one out yesterday.
yes, and I'm now missing one.
I don't see it immediately.
Okay.
Rami may
He may have accidentally kept one.
accidentally grabbed it.
Keep your eyes out for the skull dice. Skull dice for the
Okay,
skull
do you need an
dice.
extra D6?
No, I've got plenty.
Okay.
but I
Okay.
just
Want
like
to keep
that
the
one.
set.
I mean,
dice,
yeah.
roll dice.
Okay, thank you. I've done my very important ask about my skull dice and scratch and nose.
Well done.
My turn is over.
Hashtag goals.
9, 8, 7. 7 is him. He is restrained. At the end of his turn, he gets a.
Another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so he takes no actions on that turn, but it is the end of his turn. He does get the saving throw. Natural 15 plus 6, 21.
It's 8.
Yeah, he saves. So
That's
he breaks free.
He still has to attack me, right? Because no one's attacked him yet.
Correct,
Yeah.
but it's the end of his turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his turn is over, but
His turn
That's
is
fine.
over.
wasted a turn. But
Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4.
4.
4.
Yeah.
Hey, so am I 60 feet away from him, or am I
No,
closer?
you had successfully stealthed within 30 of him.
Oh, okay, cool,
So you
cool.
are 30 feet away.
Cool. So I want to go up to him and hit him with
You
my.
can only move 25.
Oh, okay.
Short legs.
Then
Yeah.
I want to dash
Okay.
and use my spiritual weapon.
You
Yeah.
can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
can.
hell yeah.
Hell
23.
Hits. Absolutely.
11.
11. Okay. Nice.
How's because Lorvos thinks he's just a normal dude.
Yeah.
How's he looking? Because
bloody.
okay, because
He's bloody.
theoretically he's been stabbed at least once, and now
Yeah.
Spiritual weapon.
He is probably just bloody.
Oh,
Everyone remember, this
He's-
is how we start the war with that country we'd never heard about.
He's got a little.
Not if they don't hear about this.
He's got a little.
People die in the
toughness
desert all the time.
to him.
People die at the. People never come back from the wheel all the time.
Yeah, he's. You can tell he's got a little toughness to him.
okay.
He can't. He made it all this way by himself.
I mean,
so,
I
fair.
just love Megan's nodding vigorously, yet left.
anybody left? New round.
Ooh, okay.
Up top, Ace.
Ace.
Yes.
Nice.
Maddie.
Have
I
fun.
go for.
Party hard.
Next.
Yeah.
Sure.
Natural 20
Woo!
for 30.
You get
Yes.
feet and neck,
Queen.
real quick.
Yay.
Yay.
The magic still remains,
I
but,
know. Yeah.
but they are loosened.
Can I take the? I'm not going to do anything with it. I just want to take the javelin out of the cart.
Sure. Yeah, you go around to the other side of the cart, grab it. Yeah.
I got it.
I go.
Ace, King. King is in.
Of course.
Yes, he is actually.
Well,
Oh,
he
yeah.
would have been. He
Yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
taken
that's
bring it.
He's a
true.
prince. He's not a king yet.
And he never will be.
Nope. He's gonna
Okay.
fucking die tonight.
Yeah.
He
Bring it,
is
buddy.
going to.
Does he even? Is he holding any of his weapons? Did he have any weapons? I don't know
He
if
did
we
not
even.
have that.
Probably a fucking sorcerer.
Great.
Well,
This is how
Well,
I
he
know.
does have arcane locks on Warforged.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I can't be charmed or frightened,
rich people
so.
can buy arcane locks.
And magic.
I can try and buy magic.
Mhm.
If he begins to cast a spell,
He
let me know.
does. He
I
does
would
begin
like
to
to
cast a spell.
counterspell it.
Okay.
I will counterspell it
Reaction.
at yes, at 4th level.
Okay. Yep.
So-
So you counterspell the first spell he casts.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can
And-
only do one counterspell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So he,
I appreciate that because I'll probably need it now that I realize I'm like, oh well, oops.
you see his hands begin to glow.
I
and
counterspell the other one.
He starts to move.
Oh.
You counterspell the first one. He looks. He's like and then
And
he starts to do another one. What level?
It's I think it has to be the base. The lowest it can be is
It's
third.
third.
So third.
Third?
Level. Yeah.
Okay, so this
have to
one
roll?
this one
Okay.
requires a check. His
Okay,
first
because I
spell.
only have one first level spell or 4th level spell slot, and I don't necessarily know that I can use it now. So what am I rolling?
It is a. Are you casting with charisma or intelligence?
Charisma.
It is a charisma check against a DC of 16. So,
Oh,
just,
okay.
Jesus.
so just the D20
Plus charisma.
plus charisma.
God damn it.
Oh damn.
Oh no.
No.
That's okay.
No.
I'll take it.
That's an 8.
Okay.
Well, he's been
It could be an
attacked now.
AoE. It could be
So it could-
anything.
might
It's not an
be
attack.
So
He does have
um,
disadvantage on his attack if it's not
If
against
it's
me.
not an attack
Correct.
roll,
She
then-
attacked.
It is.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's totally fine. I totally forgot. Okay,
Right.
disregard.
It is
I am right
not
next to him,
a.
so.
Mhm.
It is not an attack. As you begin to cast the counter spell, he for the first spell, you can make Arcana check since you counterspelled it.
I tried.
23.
Yeah, it looks like he was beginning Misty Step.
Yep.
To escape, and you stopped him. And he's like, and he looks around. He's surrounded, and then he goes, and he performs something else. And just as the magic begins to fizzle out of his hands, he sort of concentrates on it, and then it bubbles up around him as this faint shimmering barrier pushes you guys back 10 feet and surrounds him.
Because I have this spell on my staff, is it a globe of invulnerability?
It is.
Got it. Okay.
Yes. And he's like, what the hell are you people doing? Why are you doing this to me?
Because you're keeping Warforged as slaves.
You're not Warforged.
That doesn't mean we're not allies. I know that's the closest term I could think of.
What? He seems very perplexed.
It's a sentient being, you dick.
We made it. We gave it life.
Yeah, you don't keep your children chained onto the back of your cart.
Well, my children don't have intrinsic value to another society.
Okay, you're an asshole, and I'm going to murder you later.
Question, do you have a daughter?
Huh?
Do you have a daughter?
Yes.
Then she does actually technically have, yeah,
Oh.
for alliances.
Well, yes, but, I mean, she's already spoken for.
Oh, well, good. Did you get a good price on it?
I mean, no, it was a pretty good one.
That wasn't the answer. It truly wasn't. So
I'm feeling like you people are interfering in things you know nothing about.
Probably. We do that a lot, though.
Okay.
We're really good
Queen.
at it.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Yes. So he's got an orb of invulnerability around him.
Yep.
I'm assuming that orb of, you know what? Rothgar wouldn't know.
But
Rothgar
magic
is going
can't
to attempt to just power through said orb of invulnerability
Yes.
Make your
because he doesn't know that does a thing. So he's just going to smash it.
Go for it.
Smashing.
With a magic scimitar. So, maybe that'll... That wasn't in. That was worse. 12 to hit.
You hit the globe.
Yes.
It is of no effect.
I'm rolling damage now.
I'm ready to.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Queen, Jack.
Jack.
There you go.
So low-level spells can't affect the globe.
Creatures or objects within it.
Could a dispel magic work on it?
Would it be equal to? Oh.
Similar to the area within the barrier is excluded from area effects.
It might not
Oh.
So here's the thing. The immobile, faintly shimmering barrier springs into existence, remains for the duration. So spells cast from outside the barrier can't affect creatures or objects within it.
Okay.
But it didn't talk about.
But it does not specify the globe itself. You
Okay.
can attempt to dispel magic on the globe
What
itself.
level is the globe? Can you tell?
It's got to
it?
be
Well,
You would-
Laura Voss knows because it can cast
Because
it.
he has access to the spell.
However, he's not going to cast a 6th level
Oh, God.
dispel magic because that's unnecessary.
I'm glad I didn't waste my 4th level spell slot on something that probably would have had to check for anyway.
would've
You would have
Yeah.
had to have.
I'm
checked
so
for it
glad I
anyway.
have good instincts sometimes.
Um,
We
alternatively,
could just steal his cart and leave him to die in the desert.
I think he's on the cart. So
Yeah.
the bubble's around the
Yes,
cart.
but if the bubble, the bubble went around the whole cart.
it's a
No,
10
it's
foot.
around him, 10 feet.
Yes, so we could take it and the bubble would stay.
10 feet. But regardless, it's a bad idea to just leave him alive.
Well, regardless, 6 seconds. So dispel magic. So I'm
Okay.
gonna just regular 3rd level dispel magic
You know
and
what to do.
hope that it works.
He can cast out.
Yeah.
He's going to counter spell.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Shocking.
Well, y'all started doing
Yeah.
I'll
it.
counterspell his counterspell.
Let's
Yes!
do it. All right, that's fine.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Fell off.
Fell off.
Counter spell off. So you
Goodbye,
do get
hit
to roll.
points.
Yeah, he
Playing
just
with a
he
blue
rolls
deck
it.
of
At,
magic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
he's like, stop that, and you're like, no.
Stop hitting yourself.
Oh no, fam.
It was a 19,
Oh.
and then it just
no.
down to a nat 1.
That's
So-
worse.
So
His spell gets bigger.
You counter
It
your
actually grows. Okay,
Alright.
cool.
Jack, 10.
10.
Ruby.
I guess I'm gonna. There's nothing I can do. My only 6th level spell is heal. I guess I'm gonna go
Good
over and
6th
try
level
to
spell.
help with the locks.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
You
I'm
go.
so excited.
Keep the
Can I
healers alive.
do
I'm
an
just gonna.
Arcana
I'm
check or
gonna. It's
anything?
fine.
Oh, I'm ready.
You look at the locks; they're already undone, but the magic is holding them in place. So
Okay.
you'd have to cast dispel. Well, make an Arcana check.
Oh, 4.
You have no idea.
I'm
what to
terrible
help
at
with
magic.
this. Yeah. So
Okay.
10, 9.
9.
There you go.
I would like to try something.
Okay.
I have an ability called Piezo Scream, and I assume that the barrier does not prevent sound.
It does not.
I am sacrificing my movement because it says you have to spend 30 feet of movement, but I'm already right next to him.
Yep.
I emit a high-pitched scream as my bonus action, and he has to roll a con save over 15 or be deafened and stunned.
Yeah, because that's not a spell. It's like
For
a
one
ability.
round.
It's just a racial ability.
Nice.
Rolls a natural 17
Damn
plus
it.
1, 18.
Dang.
So you just yell at them.
And those who make a save are only deafened for one
Only
round.
deafened for a round instead of
Okay.
So
deafened.
he's only deafened.
Yeah.
We can't
So-
talk to him now. Do that.
Just know that I'm insulting you.
Just
Mom.
like bleeding.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're slightly
Mob.
bleeding. From the-
Mob.
Yeah. So that was my bonus action.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if I know about this like sphere because I'm trying to think of what I can.
We could all
actually
just
do.
run into it like bugs trying to get into a bug lamp and see what happens.
Do I
Did
know-
it damage you or you just couldn't get in?
No, I'm just gonna get
Yeah.
in.
Do I know? Do I like know about it?
You can make an Arcana check.
It's probably not. Yikes! On bikes. Yeah. No. 12. Eh.
It's magic. It's
You
hard to
know,
get through. His
sparkly.
axe bounced off of it.
Scimitar.
Scimitar. His scimitar bounced off of it. Okay.
Of wounding.
Um,
Any
Magic
actions?
scimitar.
I mean, could I hold my action?
sure.
You just.
If it's a
that's
spell
bonus.
slot and you don't use it before your next turn, you
Okay,
can
good.
lose the
Sacrifice it.
spell slot.
Oh right. 'Cause
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
Mhm. 'Cause you have to like hold the spell.
Have we decided to try dispel magic, or did
I-
you do
I
that once
tried.
and it didn't work?
I
And then he
tried
countered
and
it.
and he countered it and I countered it, his counter, and then it just failed.
Mhm. I guess I could try it too.
But you
So-
can
You've
try
seen. He seems to be worried about a dispel magic.
Okay,
So
I will try that as a 3rd level then.
okay.
What I was about to-
So now roll
It's gonna be a
d20,
13.
Yeah.
Is the
and
DC.
it's 16.
Oh, 6.
16.
Oh, because it's
The
the DC plus that spell's level, not my spell's level.
Correct.
Duh. Yes, correct.
So it's just your
16.
charisma modifier plus whatever you roll.
Okay.
So just roll high.
Ugh, no, 8.
Okay.
That's
Not-
not the
not that.
modifier. Little psych.
What was your number?
9.
9, 8, 7.
7.
7.
I'm also gonna try to dispel magic.
Do it.
Okay.
Yes.
16.
Nice.
The globe of invulnerability comes down.
There you go.
Like, ah,
Well, it's a 6th level spell.
Yeah,
so hopefully that's
what do you people want? Listen, I'll give you anything you want.
Leave
Your
the
head!
Warforged.
Just let the Warforged go.
Fine, done.
I was really hoping for his dad.
He gets my revenge. I don't know if I want to kick him out.
He's just gonna keep treating people this way.
Yeah, let's just have a conversation, buddy.
Okay.
We'll say this, buddy, is the incorrect term. It would be Your Highness.
Not right
What?
now, it's not.
Wait,
He
what?
abdicated.
Wait, what?
He was a
Apparently
prince.
he's
He's not
royal.
anymore. He's just one of us.
He's a prince.
How
he
close were you
abdicated
for that
his throne.
conversation?
I have really good hearing. My
Very
Altheas,
60 feet.
my Altheas hear all.
It's not.
Enough to hear you start saying lift. To be fair, you yelled that. You project really well.
Thank you. It's all the diaphragm.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so-
good breath support.
So he's a what?
Prince.
He was a prince from where?
Was.
From.
Agrabah.
All pie.
That's
Okay.
it.
If you
Can I
do me a favor,
history
sir,
check
Our
to-
pay.
and
Okay.
if you would kindly relinquish any kind of magical key
history
for that
check.
gentleman, or we will keep attacking you.
Sure. He
25.
gives up the key.
14.
Oh. Lord Boss, you have actually considered traveling to Arpe many times.
Okay.
It is a Magocracy, and it is a place where no magics are essentially forbidden. So it is a place where you thought if
Blood
you could
magic
find
might
blood
be-
magic anywhere,
It might be there.
Arpe
Okay.
would be one of them. Yeah.
So what was the plan? You would go to this place where people never come back from and just come back anyway?
He's got people in there.
Right. Well, we have some royal advisors and some artificers, and
That never came back?
well, that they haven't come back yet. And we had our agents told us that there were some Imperials that were able to set up business with this whatever government of the wheel there is, and so I figured I could advance my station.
Have you
Advance it past Prince.
Yes.
have you talked? Have you been able to
Lord
communicate?
Boss, you can clarify.
Mhm.
Prince is more of
Like a lord?
Yeah.
Okay, it is a
It
lower
is-
step.
Like there are a bunch of princes and it's not a huge.
it is like third from the top.
Oh, okay.
But it is not a hereditary title.
Um,
It is it is an accomplishment title.
Got it.
so
got
it's
it.
really fine if we kill him.
Yeah, I don't feel bad
probably.
about starting
Um,
the warning.
Mhm.
Thank you for your history check.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, this doesn't. This changes things. See, the other problem is that if we let him live, if we let you live,
We'd like to keep
He
you
can-
apprised of your options, sir.
he can.
We're polite like that.
He can like let the rest of the Magocracy know that
Yeah. So
some
let's
random
just-
people came and attacked him.
To be fair, nope, you don't get to talk. If we find out that if that's the sort of place where they're just enslaving Warforged anyway,
It sounds so bad when you say it like that.
how
Right?
would you phrase it,
It does,
sir?
doesn't it?
Birthing them.
And then enslaving them
Employing.
with chains by force. He wants to go home.
Have we restrained him at all?
Nope.
No.
I'm just standing sword length at him because he misty steps. I feel like restraining him is only going to do so much. He can magic out. I'm
Rolly-
prepared to counterspell the shit out of it.
Ronnie, let's talk. So you've got people in there that you want back, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We're just surrounding him, I think.
Yes. Yeah, you guys are
All of us
very
just like-
close.
We
Yeah.
We've all got it.
we may have some theological differences
I
here
give the
about,
key to Laura Box, by the way, to go get Big Boy out.
about what exactly is permissible and not.
Uh-huh.
However, if we get your people out, you go home, you don't come back. All right? And then that way, we don't have to march into our pie and liberate the whole damn thing.
Our pay.
Whatever.
I mean,
Saves
it's
us
a
some
different
time,
word if it's
saves
our
you some
province,
time.
you know.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to. I know I've already given my name. I'm fine with that. But since he knows that there's Imperials here,
Mhm.
try to make him believe we're from House Andaris.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
Nice.
Oh, probably not. It's 28.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can roll a
Yeah.
second time anyway.
Actually, I think we might even have his armor or something in the bag. So we have something with like the house symbol on it.
Hmm. Okay. He knows you are Imperial. He doesn't necessarily.
I was gonna
No.
say I have the Imperial
I
soldier
need
badge
him.
on
Yeah.
my
I need him to have
cloak,
a
so
name
if he
just in
sees
case
me-
he gets stupid,
Sure.
and I want it to be
Yes.
someone else's
The,
besides
the,
mine.
the name has been dropped.
Phenomenal.
Okay. So are
You're
we,
releasing him.
so are we releasing him?
The
I believe
The
he's
Warforged?
I mean,
The Warforged, yes, we've released him, right?
Yeah.
With
That
the
was-
magic.
That was the.
Yeah, the key. Yeah,
Yes.
I was
That
making
was the
sure that it was.
pantomiming.
Yes, I was making sure that it was known that you did.
Now, does he kill us all?
Lift?
Yeah.
This lift just walks out and murders all of us.
Joe,
Oh.
He was a
Raleigh,
slave for a reason.
Raleigh crumples to the ground. Lift is like, I'm free.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Wait, so are we
Another day.
letting Raleigh go as well? Or is he?
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I still think so.
I know what you think, Dan.
Okay.
Listen, we have a history of not enjoying letting slavers walk away alive, and
Using that word.
I'm going to keep
Um,
using that word if it's all the same. Your royal
Hold on.
arsoness.
What? How long have we been talking to him?
Like 5 minutes.
Ooh.
Has he been
Um,
casting a spell over time?
No, but I can fix this.
I guess you would have a roll
Um.
like sleight of hand, or we would roll perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some
Casting spells are
components.
fairly obvious.
Yeah.
Do
He's
we?
just like, no, I'm doing
Do
Tai
we want
Chi.
him? Do we not want him to not
No.
remember us and think that his Warforged got away for a different reason?
Well,
Oh,
that's the case.
memory?
He's just going to get another Warforged.
Could you make us scarier? Like threaten to burn the entire city
Let's
to the
change our-
ground?
I
And
mean,
Change our
I
faces.
you
persuaded
kind of
him
did that, yeah.
pretty fucking
I mean-
decently.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
not
I know,
under-
I know,
let's
but
not
I can.
undercut the accomplishment.
No, I know,
No,
but
that's fair.
I can change I can change what we look like.
Oh.
Like a
so that
change
it's
of
not
heart.
us.
Oh,
No, he
So
can
there's
just mess with
somebody
memory,
else.
not actual physical
Eh,
intentions.
I already gave him my name. I don't really care.
That's fair.
Uh,
To be fair, we also have a bit of a reputation by ourselves.
that's why I change who we are.
No, I mean a dangerous one. It's okay for people to remember.
Mhm.
People like this.
No, it's not.
No?
No,
No,
no, it's not.
people with a majocracy behind them.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but who
oh,
aren't
right.
involved in our politics.
Yes.
I think if he
Yeah,
lives,
that's
then
fair.
This
that's
is a real
idea.
good way to introduce them to
Considering
Yeah.
we're looking to expand,
Yeah.
Then I'm.
Listen, if they never mind.
So, how about this?
hmm
We go back to wherever our camp is,
Mhm.
and I'll make him forget who we were.
All right.
perfect.
So we're not killing him.
No, I don't think so. I think we were gonna let
He's
him.
too dangerous.
If we let him go, he's just going to come back with another Warforged.
well, no, I mean, let's ask him. Riley.
Rather.
There we go. If we were to let you go,
hmm
what are the chances, ballpark, 0 to 100%, that you'd be coming back in, let's say, week, month and 3 days with, say, another Warforged
Oh.
or another offering of sentient nature?
Well, I have lots of offerings. It's very far to Arpe. I would
That's why I've never gone before.
kind of rather just like it's like right there.
So what you're telling me is, and please, this is just to make sure, is that you plan to go up that road regardless of lift.
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
yes. Of course. Yes.
Folks, I think this problem solves
I've-
itself.
He
I
said
also-
other offerings.
I
Have we
also
checked
have-
inside the trunk and make sure there's not smaller ones in there?
I have a way for him to not come back with a Warforged.
Yeah.
Still have a plan.
Good.
Still
Yes.
finishing
Oh,
those memories.
cool.
Yeah.
Still
mean,
think we
hit-
should kill him.
I know, but he's going up there anyway, and he'll never
But
come
sure.
back.
He's just going to go up there and die anyway. I
Yeah,
just think
exactly.
I think it's a lot of effort for
I would-
something that's going to
Exactly.
happen.
I would also like
And
to
again, it's just
separate
we-
him
it's
from
something
his
we think, we
offerings.
don't
with
believe.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Can we at least check and see what they are? If
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
pack, if
Please.
it's a box of gears. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Do me a favor, kitten. What have you got?
I
What's in the box?
I have lots of offerings. I have really fantastic offerings, and I see that you don't have any offerings.
Yeah.
I look up at Lift. I'm like, should we kill him?
We have 4 minutes.
I'd like the Warforged to answer.
Liv. Oh,
It's his
Yeah.
slaver.
I get it. One mage here makes very little difference
Great.
to a city of mages leagues to the south.
That was not a no.
In fact, it almost seems
Seemed
as
like
if-
a yes.
you won't matter either way,
You're a
so it doesn't
diplomatic
matter what the
motherfucker, aren't
decision
you?
is.
I like it, Lift.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got a bright political future.
might need a better name.
I don't know. It's pretty uplifting.
Especially if it's
Oh.
spelled with a Y and PH.
That's
I
right.
love
Sophisticated.
that.
It looks foreign.
And like he goes,
Exotic.
That's his
well,
platform.
listen. All right, hold on now. We've got all sorts of fun things we can talk about here. Why are you all going in there? You
Nope.
don't have
3 minutes.
Nope.
you
Don't have
don't-
time for that.
Let's do the
I
Are we murdering him?
feel like this is important.
Are we?
You don't have offerings. I have lots of offerings.
Will they let us in without them?
I don't think so.
Are we-
Great, so we're just going to relieve you of yours, thank you, and I'd like to start going through his stuff.
Are we murdering him or am I changing who we are? 2.5 minutes.
I'm letting you guys decide. I'm gonna go through his shit.
You know what I'm voting.
I know.
I'm okay with either. I have a limited amount of memory I can change.
What is that? Which one's that? Are you his running mate? What the fuck is that? Okay.
I'm very sorry. You do seem like a fine chap, but
so do you.
it seems it's a group decision.
Right.
It really is.
I get it.
There is nothing personal about it. I'm gonna lunch.
Okay.
I'm at.
He says that, like phrase.
I'm gonna lunge, and he does so.
And then do so.
If it helps, the chat is voting murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
Um,
That doesn't help.
No.
It's 12 for
As-
10. We trust his
Sure.
Could I?
opinions.
Go
Oh.
ahead.
I was going to say, well, I guess I didn't already say this, but I would have preferred to hold, to see if he tries to run again, which I expected,
Oh, I'm
He's
to-
about to.
to be able to cast command
Bless you.
Bless
to
you.
tell him to freeze.
So what we would need to do is roll initiative
Uh-huh.
because you
Yeah.
guys are planning
So
on
we
him
can just-
running. He's planning on running, and he knows you're planning on killing him.
Yeah.
So so we need to flip for initiative.
Okay.
New
Shuffle.
No,
initiative?
no,
Same- that's what I
not
thought.
not new initiative.
not
Oh,
shuffle.
okay.
Same.
No, same
So
Or
just
so
a
just
new
flip
card.
a new one.
You
Brand new
Oh, thank
card.
God.
But I said I won't.
I know, I know.
You do
and
so.
and I
Just
was gonna say
slowly.
that he casts Misty Step.
And,
So-
and counterspell.
You're in the cart.
I am digging shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
fuck, you're
you
right.
have
You are,
neither.
but I'm
Yeah,
But
you're
you're not. Yes.
Exactly.
We have
So-
options.
Up top, Ace, King,
King.
Yes.
Lorvas.
So
Catch him, please.
I'm going to cast.
He said,
I say I'm going to lunch.
and he goes, and now we start.
I'm going to sleep.
6-second time
Perfect.
dilation of bullet time.
Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast. Yep, sure. Why not? Wall of Force.
Okay.
That way he cannot go outside of it.
Okay.
So it says that you can make it a dome,
You can.
or you can make it just flat surface made up of 10 foot by 10 foot panels.
Yeah.
So, but the dome is smaller
Yeah.
than 10 foot by 10 foot panels.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a large cube
Okay.
so that all of us can fit in it with him.
Oh.
So that I'm making a murder
Yes.
dome.
Okay.
Murder
So-
dome!
I'm making a
Dome.
murder dome so
Soon
that,
on Netflix.
so that he
Mad Max Murder Dome.
so that he can't run away, but we can
Are you doing
kill
the
him.
entire cart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do it around.
Can you include Big Boy so he can fight on our side, maybe? Lift. Is it big enough?
I'm gonna leave Lift
Okay,
out of
got
it
I think that's a good
so
idea.
that
Thank
in
you.
case
He wants
somehow
to just-
he's able to control him.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah,
want to
was
fight
gonna
a
say.
war
Smart.
horse.
Yeah, yeah, smart. Not when we're
So-
trying to free.
So Lift is out,
Mhm.
the rest of us in, and it's boxed off
Thank
to
you.
the top.
Thank you.
Okay.
So that magic can't pass through it, so theoretically Misty Step cannot pass through it.
Great.
Yeah.
Top and bottom, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Nice.
Sounds good. King, Queen, Jack.
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 I will stab at him.
Okay.
Stabby stab.
He is going to attempt to counterspell the.
I'll counterspell it.
Yeah, you'll have to roll for it.
Okay, that's fine. 22.
Ooh.
Okay.
Solid.
Or sorry, an 18. I lied.
Still,
I forgot.
Plenty.
I forgot.
Plenty high enough.
proficiency.
Make your attack roll.
Fuck your ass. All right, it's a 15 to hit.
Does hit, barely.
Oh shit. Okay, then fuck your ass.
He's a mage.
With your consent.
Yeah, but, you know, mages be dumb, yo.
Mages be magin.
Plus
Okay. So 5,
What spell slots have I used?
10,
you used to dispel
16, 17,
magic.
plus 8 is 24.
17 plus 8
is 25. Plus 7 is 32.
Yes.
He's out.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Madeline lunges forward the rapier.
Yeah.
Rapier pierces through his neck, and he begins to gurgle as he
Oh, can we do this fast, please?
he expires.
Dead.
Well,
I'm
That
still.
went
My head
great.
is still in the car. Like, what happened?
He's
What is
dead.
this?
Nothing. It's fine.
You hear
Got some gears.
going to lunch.
It's fine.
Did you lunge?
and it's invisible, so you
Okay, I
can't
don't
see
see it. I just hear the wall.
You do hear the wall, and you see the light, the
I've got-
rave.
I've got
This
some
happens
gears.
from the
Walks
staff.
out.
I can't even physically see, and I already know what happened. So I'm literally like, you can't see it, but also I can't see it, but I already know. He's dead.
Left or your right?
Can
Wait.
sound pass through the wall?
No,
Yes.
it can't because you can't cast.
You can,
Wall
yeah,
of force.
well, it's sound can pass through.
Okay.
It's just that nothing physical can pass through it, and it's immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic.
How long
But
does
it
it
just
last?
10 minutes or until I drop it. So I
Oh,
can
I was
just,
like-
I can just
you can
make us
manually
sitting
drop-
here
you
with
can-
the dying man.
You could
for
manually
reasons.
drop. Yeah,
I was gonna say we could pull
Or I
out
can just
Assassin's
drop it.
Creed and just like have a moment with him where we talk to his dying body before we.
I think we just did that
Yeah.
before lunch.
Yeah, we did. I'm going to lunch.
So,
That's
no,
fantastic.
so Lorabos with his history check.
Mm-hmm.
Now that this prince who has gotten rid of his title,
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't come back,
Mm-hmm.
does anything happen with the geopolitical
Situation.
It potentially, but unlikely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
It is. It is unlikely. There is a chunk of things that have, like, there's reason somebody from there came. The fact that a bunch of their people had disappeared is an
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
But he
as
seemed
far as
selfish in
it's-
his desire to
Oh,
go.
yeah.
It wasn't like,
No,
I'm
he's-
here on a diplomatic mission
I'm
from
here to
Alderaan to
save
rescue
my-"
our people.
No, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I'm
he's-
sure part of it is all the honor and glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being like,
Yeah.
I can get a higher position.
may
Exactly.
we, I'd like to
Loot.
dig a, well, loot also, but
Dig
I
a
dig a
pit.
hole, cover, and then
Dig a
hope that the
tunnel, dig,
sandstorm
dig,
wind
dig.
will cover.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Do I know the best way to bury someone in a dune?
We're past dunes. We are at a mountain now, so you're on a mountainside.
Oh, okay.
Rock then.
It's
Yeah.
a sandy mountainside.
Oh,
We can still
with him dying,
Yeah.
can I use my reaction?
siphon some blood.
No, I'm gonna cast Soul Cage.
Ooh. Oh, you've never done
What
that?
the
I haven't
fuck
done
is
that because I've not killed a human.
What is that?
I'm sorry.
So, as a reaction, I see him gargling, and I pull out a tiny silver cage
Oh my
with
God.
100 gold.
Oh my god.
And
my God.
the spell snatches the soul of a humanoid as it dies and traps it inside the tiny cage. The stolen soul remains in it until the spell ends, which is 8 hours, or until I destroy the cage,
Can we talk? to
While the soul is inside the cage, I can exploit it in any of the ways described below. I can use it up to 6 times. Once I exploit it for a 6th time, it is released and the spell ends. While the soul is trapped, the dead humanoid it came from can't be revived. I can heal myself. I can ask him a question. I can borrow experience and give myself advantage on things.
Oh my
Or
god.
I can use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life, which creates an invisible sensor somewhere in that place. And that sensor remains for as long as I concentrate, up to 10 minutes, and I receive visual and auditory information from the sensor as if I was in that place.
We gotta kill more humans. and
So
maybe
if you
the-
want to scry into whatever the word
this
is,
is the moment where we
literally into our pay.
you could now
You could just see what's happening in our pay.
see if it's just a
Just Skype-
Warforged
just Skype our pay. It's
slave
fine.
camp, and if we have to move our entire quest now,
So I will do that.
please do all the things.
So I now have his soul in a tiny cage.
Sweet.
Who this? Oh,
Because it's a reaction, right?
is it a reaction?
Oh shit! It is. I cast counterspell.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh man.
Does it have to be a reaction?
It does.
To do it.
It is a
Sorry.
reaction when which you take when a humanoid you can see within 60 feet of you dies.
Well, now we know that we
Well-
have to start murder hoboing.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
yeah.
I just think back to the Mitchell and Webb sketch where it's like, you think Clyde, we have the
The
skulls and the bones. Are we the baddies?
I will tell you what. Make a
That's okay.
make another initiative check.
Yeah.
No, I think this
10?
is important
solid.
for
It's a different trigger.
for you,
Yeah.
for Lorvos, and it's something we haven't been able to see before.
No.
No.
Yeah.
It's I appreciate the
No, I
the
also appreciate it.
appropriateness
Yeah.
of the
Oh.
of the
That's
of the
10.
rules.
What was it?
Nice.
Yeah. So in the future,
You got an
Mhm.
ace.
it was an 8.
Gotcha.
So in the future,
Success.
but this one is going to be successful.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wall of force it gives you an extra second. It's like
It traps his soul in it. Yeah, it can't get out.
"Woo," and you
Get
ghost
back in here!
He's an invisible box of emotions.
Yeah, and you ghost. I like to think the little silver cage is the Ghostbuster trap.
Yes.
It's like,
The cage door just opens and it just slams.
Yep.
Cool.
sizzles a little bit.
Just
So
an echo.
Yeah.
So
An
I have
unreasonable echo.
So I have his soul for the rest of the night because it
Mhm.
only lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
Is there any questions we want to ask it?
And
Who
you
has
said
to-
use it 6 times. Does that mean we only get 6 questions if we choose to only use
Yeah.
that?
We'll probably want to know if there's a command word for the cart.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Hey, look at
What
that.
kind of offerings they expect?
let's do this. Why don't we take a 10-minute break?
All right.
You guys have the opportunity to discuss these things, and we'll be back just after 10 o'clock, and we'll continue on to the wheel.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon, but until then, stay tuned.
E.
Welcome back, everyone. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have.
Megan, I'm playing Captain Madeline Loren, the human swashbuckling rogue.
Ooh. I am Erica, and I am playing Neon, a Tenenbri blind paladin.
And I'm Matthew, playing Loravos, the High Elf Blood Mage.
I'm Christine, and I'm Ruby, the Halfling Death Cleric.
Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm playing Rothgar, the Dragonborn Barbarian Gentleman.
Gentle dragon.
Yeah.
And I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard.
All right, guys. So when we had left off, you guys had just put to the sword rally from the Magocracy of Arpe and captured his soul.
Yep.
And a little
Blood
hamster.
Like a
in the-
boss.
in the
Aw.
steel
Hamster soul!
silver cage.
Mm-hmm.
Well done,
I was thinking
Blood
like
Mage.
Tinkerbell stuck in the pirate cage.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I
I'm
thought when I first
visualizing.
saw it.
Basically.
I know that you guys had discussed some questions.
Yeah,
for him. So
yeah.
let's
Questions,
take into
comments,
those.
concerns?
So,
Someone-
I'll just hold the cage. All right. Command word first. Command word first. Okay.
Yes, command word.
So, do you have a command word that or what? If there's a command word for the cart, what is it? And then I will receive it. He has to tell me truthfully
How do you command
to the
the
best
cart?
of its ability.
Um,
It can be cryptic.
Unfortunately.
If you
But
want me to.
truthful.
Screaming.
I mean, he probably
Cryptic.
does. We killed him.
you command it how you choose.
Okay. All right.
Mush.
He says you command it how you choose.
What the fuck does that mean?
Probably means that we tell it to go and it goes.
Can we try that before his time runs out, just in case?
Sure. Hop on top of the cart. Go.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, that's what I need to make.
Yeah, that's what our
Those
dragonborn
that
should make.
know magic.
I will. I will.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
do one as well.
Yes, an Arcana of 10.
Ooh,
Actually, not
16.
bad.
that is
Ooh,
and
17. Even with my
Ruby.
-1.
I know, I'm so
It's
bad at
always
magic.
magically
24.
Arcana.
Wow.
Yeah, both Lorvos and Yvonne, you guys would know. It seems that elemental vessels traditionally require a
2
tune.
minutes.
Ah, gotcha.
So we have to wait
So
for 2 minutes.
it does-
An
hour.
hour.
And
Oh,
and
an
someone has to
hour.
have a slot.
Yeah, it does
I
not.
have an open
Good. I was
slot.
like, Lyft, do you want to drive and then take it home with you? Like, you know?
It does not go when you command.
We
but
have a ship you can
once
live
you
on.
have attuned to it,
All
it
right.
would.
Which I'm not going to be
All
able
right.
to. So.
It's all right to be
Cool.
person.
And then option 2. Do any of your things have traps on them? Any of your possessions, I should say.
They are protected.
Okay, his things are protected, so we'll probably
It's like
have
a
to
mass dispel magic on the whole cart.
All right.
Not on the cart. We still wanted to move.
I don't think any of my dispel magic is strong enough to dispel an elemental cart. I think that's how they're built. Like, I don't. If I could just dispel magic an elemental thing, our ship would fall out of the air. Like,
How is the
our elemental airship. Ah! Like,
Um,
you have way too much faith in my magical abilities, sir.
I'm still just trying to make it go.
what do you know of the leaders of the wheel? 1 to 2 sentences.
Run-on sentences are fine and encouraged.
Semicolons.
They don't have to be grammatically correct.
Semicolons are loved for the.
We know very little. We only assume they are extraplanar in nature.
I relay that.
So Murdrons of some or something from the plane of Mechanus.
We're
Probably.
told there were
Officially?
some,
Yeah.
not Modrons. The
Inevitables.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's what I thought.
Inevitables.
Yes, good.
Yes.
All right.
Can't make the cart move, but I can remember.
Is there anything else that we need to get in other than offering? What do you call it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you called it an
Offering.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right.
He thinks an offering's all we need.
Cool.
And then I would like to
How do we get his stuff?
use an action.
we'll do that in a second.
We'll do
I
that.
would like to use an action to name a place the humanoid saw in life. So knowing about the city, I'm going to hope and pray that. How much do I know about like the princes? You said that they're like third down in that mageocracy. Would they typically be like as a general rule of thumb, typically be granted access to like diplomatic, like where did like diplomacy
Meeting
things
spaces.
meetings happen?
They would have a similar position into like a member of maybe the house. So they do contribute to the
Okay.
law making,
Uh-huh.
so they do hold like political positions.
Okay.
They would probably have a grand sort of gathering hall or something like that. So I
Okay.
would say you would know it as the dictatorium.
All right. Show me the dictatorium, please.
Okay.
And then I scry on it for up to 10 minutes, and I can receive visual and auditory information.
Okay. Roll a percentile for me.
A creature who has true sight can see the sensor.
Okay.
Like a room full of mages.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. As I was like,
Rooms
shit.
full of mages that just cast true sight on themselves all the
At
time.
all times. Paranoid mages.
So
Paranoid
us-
mages.
Yeah.
54.
54. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's a grand hall. It seems to be very, very well designed. Holds would probably seat a couple hundred people. Big sort of maybe almost theater-like in its description. It seems as though session has recently ended. There's still people in here.
Mm-hmm.
They're more milling about, talking amongst themselves. You're not in the middle of like a vote or anything like that. But there's still, it's not empty
Okay, got it.
because it is later in the day. So it's probably night. You seem to think it's night there as well as here.
Okay.
So as far as that goes, you make an investigation check.
An 18.
Okay. You don't see anyone of imperial
Okay.
descent. you do glean. What sort of information do you want to gather?
Well, I know that he knew of Imperials coming here, so I want to know if they have been discussing any alliances with the Empire. And that's main number one.
Okay.
And then I also want to know if there are any any just big political events that they might be like gossiping about.
Sure. So they are aware of the Empire. It is a fair distance away. They
Got it.
don't. Some of them want more better relations with them.
Sure.
But it seems to be the minority. The majority of them seem to find the Imperials, their restrictions on magical research to be stodgy and just very too restrictive for their nature. Although some of them seem to have allies in the Magus Evolutionary.
Interesting. Okay.
That they are discussing potentially. The debate is, well, maybe we can change them. And then it's, no, you can't. And so
Okay.
it's a little bit of jockeying about that, but that doesn't seem to be the most pressing event or thought in their mind. The loss of low level, they sort of name a variety of like societal things as far as similar to like spells, right? And so they seem to be losing a lot of their generic workforce of people leaving. And they do discuss artificers being more rare, and there's kind of this this odd mentality that you get the feeling artificers in general are kind of second class mages here, but that now that they are so rare, they are gaining undue power.
Gotcha.
So many would seem to say.
Because they keep leaving? Or,
Yeah. Because they've been leaving for months.
So the ones that are left.
And so the ones that have no desire to go
It's
Are able
probably
to.
they're able to improve their station. And you can even see a few of the artificers have reached like prince status, but they are very much of like 300. There's maybe 5.
Wow.
Yes,
Still.
they are very much in the minority.
Yeah.
That seems to be the big sort of gatherings, and you're collecting a bit of this information. If there's anything else super specific, you might be able to grab it, but I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't fucking know anything about this place, so
Sure.
that's more than I had.
Yep.
So I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and I relay all of those things to you guys.
Just out of curiosity,
That's good.
what sort of things were they? Was there a specific style of dress? No one you notice Orlesians in the game by what they're fucking wearing. So that if we're in the city and we notice
Yeah.
more than a normal amount of people from there, I'm trying to tell where these artificers are coming from, if more than a normal amount are from this country.
Sure.
That would just be curious
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah, there is a. It is a very elegant sort of. They tend to be of wide variety of races, all based of many elves. Dwarves are more of the artificers. Lots of gnomes, very few halflings. Humans in moderation. A few dragonborn. Their dress tends to be a little Lawrence of Arabia, because they are.
they're south. They're south.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
desert.
you are near the equator now. They're probably on the other side of it. Other things that you notice is that also in the design of the building, and you can see a little bit of it in the cart, but it's more in the stuff in the back. The front of the cart it's very Northern design workman function, right? The Empire has any style the Empire has is in its function. It's kind of Roman in that way, right? Function first, then form second. This place has a lot of people in sort of liquid quicksilver metals, sort of twisting, bent, shimmering filigrees that may not be as functional, or would require magic to be functional. It is those sorts of things that it's almost a liquid metal that bends only because the wearer is emanating that sort of magical will, almost like a cantrip about them at all times.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's a
sort
lot
of
of
an
effort.
ethereal metal.
Right.
Cool. I would like.
Spooky.
I don't have the identify
Go.
spell.
I also don't.
You're still trying to move the cart.
Question: If
Yes.
something is cursed,
Sure.
um, does it give off an evil aura?
Depends on the item.
Okay,
Curses are not necessarily
Very-
evil by themselves, but some
depending on.
cursed items are in fact evil.
Okay, if I were to use detect magic on something, that would just let me know the school of magic, not necessarily
Correct.
if it is cursed.
Identify would
Identify as the
tell us
preferable thing.
maybe
I don't
She doesn't
have
have
that.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
if it's like
I'm
a
just-
feature of the item.
Mhm.
Like
Okay,
Maybe.
I was
Sure,
just trying to think
sometimes.
of
Sometimes,
Certain
something.
cursed items hide the curse behind the identify. Certain ones, once you identify, you know it's cursed.
Yeah.
There, it is a.
some
it
of them
is
you
a
can only
mixed
tell when
bag.
you're attuned.
Yeah.
Then you're
it's-
like, I can't let go of this thing.
Yeah, so certain ones you can identify them, and it'll be like it does this wonderful thing, but it doesn't tell you the terrible thing.
I have a
does.
remove curse, so if someone picks up something and it's cursed, and they want to not have the curse on them, then that can help. But I just wanted to, once we start looting things and disabling all of those lovely traps, I just wanted to see if I could sense if any of the particular things. But
Absolutely,
I
Can I
don't know if
check
much
for
of this
traps
is
on the
helpful.
cart?
absolutely.
Can I help?
Yeah, make an investigation check with advantage.
Has lift the most?
No, he's hanging out.
I would like to. We do have a host of ships. If you're looking for a new life, if we could drop you off somewhere, it seems like home might not be great if your people are enslaved. What are you interested in doing?
It's a lot to consider, right? All at once.
Well-
I'm kind of just used to lifting things.
Well, we've got a ship. We've got several ships. You could find employment
you
as
seem
a
very
sailor.
nice, but you also seem a bit misled on our pay.
Would you like to enlighten us?
Well, you seem to think that it's all Warforged that are subservient in our pay. It's not. It's only those of us without magic.
That's not much better. I
Well,
seem to think that I've known plenty of Warforged with no magic of their own who all deserve to live their own lives.
I don't disagree, but you seem to think that only applies to Warforged. That is true of everyone.
You're
in
not
our
making
pay.
this easier. Oh God. Okay, well, until we go and liberate the people of our pay, would you like a job, an actual paying job, not a just slave enforced job on my pirate ship?
Oh,
Sure.
oh shit! You just want to hang out?
You are welcome to just like chill if you'd like.
Yeah, do we pay?
I
I'm
do.
sorry, we have a bag
I have a
holding
crew.
and
Also,
bitches. We all have gold. Yes, we
yes,
do.
we pay.
if you don't want to have him like close by, I like.
No, I do.
Like how do we feel about the Wheel Town? Would he be respected there, or would
No.
he be taken advantage of?
No.
Is that the
I'd
point?
like to
everyone would exploit him.
I feel like the Warforged we came to find is in a fucking cage. I don't want to take this
mean,
one there.
that- She is a little bit.
Yeah.
She's a little bit different, but Shane brought here.
They did not like,
They did
but
not-
the people in the city did not like that he was being chained.
Yeah, that's
That's
the thing.
true.
They
They
might
didn't.
actually give him work and respect him.
They
Because
might.
They don't have robots. To fight.
What do you want to do?
Thank you.
I'm-
Yeah, no, that's why I was
I'm-
offering. I was like,
Well, I don't want to go to the wheel.
yeah, that's what I.
That
Unfortunately,
sounds-
we are going there,
Uh-huh.
But
but we
Um,
plan to come back.
If you
And
want to wait
he-
for us
he
outside,
casts his eyes out to the desert, and he's like,
Yeah.
I don't see a ship.
well, here's the thing. So I can actually give you directions. We drew a map back to not Hadron's.
Hadron's Street.
Sumatra. No.
Oh, the Sumatra.
Sumatra's
yeah.
watch or something. We can give you directions back there. We can let you borrow one of the rhinos. I think you're a beefy boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
If you
Yes.
look for Tybalt and Portia,
and we give them. I'll write
yeah.
a note saying what's going on, and
you can chill with them.
they're
Okay.
not.
very accepting. They can help you get on your feet, or find, or hang out, or get you in with one of the
Sure,
crews.
make persuasion checks.
Yeah. With advantage because he doesn't
Sure,
want to be
yeah,
a slave
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
I was gonna say I would like comfort.
22.
19, 21.
21.
Oh wait, no, I'm proficient. Never mind. That was 25.
Yeah.
I mean,
The gentleman.
absolutely. You guys, he will stay with you the evening. Tomorrow morning, you can give him the
Nice.
charts and the maps. He'll return to.
Copies of them, so we
Well,
can also
yeah,
get back.
well,
like,
overnight,
I'm not a
I
fucking
can,
idiot. Come on.
overnight,
I
can
have
make
to
the
say it.
copy.
It's important. He'll return to Hadron's watch tomorrow night and then begin the journey back to Sumatra's watch.
And if we give him one of the rhinos,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
can ride on the car. I know you just said that you don't have an attunement slot,
but you
You
can
can
ride
ride
on
on
it.
but you
I-
can ride on it.
I
at least.
I rode on a camel. So
Oh.
yeah.
Who wrote on that?
Turtle.
And we had to get 2
I think it was you.
Was
Yeah.
it?
You
You're-
rode a rhino.
because you're a
Did I?
dragonborn.
One, I know.
Yeah, so you needed the
Can't
bigger
just tell someone
seed.
the drag.
You're a dragonborn.
My
Oh,
halfling parents lied to me.
So the Japanese sound of shock, like
Adopted? I didn't want to do it like this, man.
What does she need?
All right, cool. So we'll rest overnight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will be awake for all of the watches.
Hey.
I'll
Lift. When you go back to Hadron's
Mhm.
watch, whatever, it would be rad if you didn't mention the fact that we killed someone.
Okay.
We
Cool.
prefer the term liberated.
So we still killed someone. If like people ask you, "Hey, what happened to the little human dude you were hanging out with?" You're going to say,
He went to the wheel.
Yeah. Confetti cannon.
"Yeah, that scratches no."
Aw.
He doesn't seem to notice.
That's for me.
It's a weird kink, but okay.
we also wanted to look at his things. Were you detecting magic?
They would check
They
traps.
checked for traps.
You guys work your
yeah,
way
I
through
thought we
any
could
traps
start
or
there,
magic.
and then I didn't know
Alright.
if any of you had any better detection
you,
spells.
you guys are
identify.
good. It's only a matter of time. It's you have the cart. You can do pretty much this at length.
Yeah.
Great.
So
Mhm.
I am not worried about that. Do everyone roll me a percentile?
I
please.
shall. Where's the other one that goes with this buddy?
Sparkles.
Same. Ooh, 81.
45.
57.
Oh yeah. 88.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's mine,
I
sorry.
feel like I always get 50
You
something.
want to use some low-level Warcraft monsters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he pulled out the monster manual. He pulled out the
You wanna
DMG.
fight
Okay.
a Yeti?
Not great, but
I fight a desert yeti.
no.
Sure, why not?
I mean,
A
okay.
daddy?
A daddy.
That's
That sounds like daddy,
Yes,
but
sir.
like
no, but daddy
Daddy.
On
daddy is
daddy.
what it is after we've killed
Yeah.
it.
It's
a daddy.
I'm gonna kink shame someone.
That was. That's for after stream.
All right, not on Camster yet, guys.
Exactly.
Okay, give me numbers nice and slow.
81.
81. So there are gloves of swimming and climbing.
Ooh, are those
45.
attunement?
You have to look them up.
I will.
45, a pearl of power.
Nice.
Ooh.
39.
39,
Someone writing all these down?
gauntlets of ogre power.
Ooh,
Power
they
or
are not.
strength?
Oh, they do
Strength.
require attunement.
That's
Okay.
ogre strength.
Can we put those in the back?
Yeah, we're doing all that. Let's
Thank
just
you.
get
Just
through
making
it.
sure.
88.
Medallion of thoughts.
Oh.
57.
A trident of fish command.
Our
We need
favorite
more of
item.
those.
Finally,
Yeah,
32.
I want to be Aquaman.
we had like 6 of those at one point.
Hey,
We're giving them away.
A broom of flying.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, that changes a lot, doesn't it?
You can tell all of these items have been, they are not purely magical.
Mm,
They are specifically
enchanted.
artifice versions
interesting.
of these magical items, which means that they have a chance to
Break.
Function.
This is
to
that guy
fail
who
and
had
break.
the spinny goggles. Yeah.
Yeah. These are artifice items away from their artificers.
Got it.
Usually artificers can make an enchant and create things and then work great for them. But they tend to lack the reliability. They can also essentially crit.
Hmm.
So
Can we put like
when-
a little asterisk next to
so
those? in the
I would put an
Yeah, yeah.
asterisk next
I
to
will.
all of them. When you use them, you should, at first time, like in the day, we got to roll to see how it's going to behave.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But you can tell that they look far more cog and ether and that sort of ethereal metal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
A lot of those things play parts in this. For instance, the broom of flying is spirals of that ethereal metal filigree form the handle, and then at the bottom, where the bristles of the broom would be, it sort of is just a very gentle, like breeze. So it
What a look.
for the brooming, it would just sort of.
Shit.
But when the flying
That's
happens, then the wind goes.
Yeah.
Right. So it's these sorts of
That's weird, and I love it.
versions, right? So the gloves are more like jewelry pieces that will fill out for like webbed hands or fill in a little climbing like I don't want to say spikes, but like the Spider-Man sort of like
Grip.
Tiny
grip
grips, yeah.
things.
Tiny scales,
Right.
or whatever. Yeah.
So it's all of that's how these things work and behave. But they are not as reliable
Mhm.
as a traditional magic item.
That's
so.
fun.
Are these his offerings?
These seem to be his offerings, yes.
So that is the main issue.
Hmm.
Is that these are our ticket in.
All right.
Um,
Well, we may or may
if-
not have to.
If it's a ticket in.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know that there's necessarily ticket in.
It may be that that's what we're supposed to build into something. We don't know yet.
He
Yeah.
didn't
Well,
get a call.
Don't get
Exactly.
attached.
He
Exactly.
didn't have a calling. He didn't have a dream. So he was just bringing something to offer.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Either way, it'll be fun.
Well-
They might not even decide to take it from
Let's
because they're
explore.
not even
Because
needed
we weren't
parts.
called. Yeah, they aren't needed parts, right? They said he was doing it wrong.
I remarkably disagree. I think we were called. Just by something not
That's
quite.
very true. I mean, everyone's saying they all brought one thing and he brought a lot and he's doing it wrong. It's like he's trying to force his way in.
No, that's
Yeah.
absolutely what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't
Yes.
think we're necessarily
like
going to be let in the
Empire.
same way a normal pilgrim would.
Well,
Well,
only one way to find
Let's
out.
But
find
also-
out, yes.
also, let's
Illusion.
remember that we're dealing with lawful creatures, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
We are called.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caliber is calling us.
Yes.
Technically.
Yes.
We have just as much right and reason to be here as anything else.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's an important point.
So that's-
Just in case, though,
Very.
each of us should take one of these
Yes,
Item.
of course.
Yes.
Whichever one we picked, I'm guessing.
You have gauntlets of ogre power on currently, don't
Yes,
you?
I do.
So you can't have those because
No, because
Because
I
you
have
gloves
them.
on
can't.
gloves on gloves.
Well, if he's not attuned, then he just holds
So
them.
do you want the trident of fish command?
Yes, you do.
We'll switch.
Please.
Yes, I
you
take
can
the
have the
trident.
gauntlets of ogre power if you want them. It
Don't
won't
mind.
up your strength at all because it just boosts it to a 19 and it's the same modifier.
Also, canonically, I probably wouldn't wear gloves because I
Just
my
attach
hands.
Hands, yeah.
Yeah, are we attuning to these, or are we just bringing them?
Just,
Well,
I
if
mean,
we're bringing
might as
them, we're
well,
probably
but-
not tuning.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Right.
fine.
But like,
Yeah.
still good to hand them out to the proper.
Yes,
to
Because if we
whoever.
can use them, why not attuned?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have slots, so I'm just.
If they're
gonna-
actually
That's-
useful.
Yeah.
I also do not.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
think
I
so.
will do, but if I'm attuning to the cart to move it,
Yeah,
And I
that's
don't
way
have a
smarter.
slot.
Yeah.
Is this scimitar wounding? Is that attunement?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Wounding,
that's my three stars.
wounding weapons are.
I'm stocked up.
Wait,
Stop.
yes, yeah,
Stop.
requires
Up.
attunement.
Got to
Broom
play.
of flying,
Just
Maddie.
got to boots. Got headband.
Is okay.
Okay, so
Here's the earth.
Schwieterf. The Pirates Queen's Revenge.
It's not magical.
So it's not an attunement?
Broom of flying also is not attunement.
It's not?
No.
Nope.
Oh, I'm going down with this broom.
that feels right.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're not proficient in that.
Okay. Because I think I do have a slot open.
The
Yay.
Pearl of Power and the Medallion of Thoughts are both attunement, but they can still be held.
Mm-hmm.
The Gloves of Swimming and Climbing are also attunement, but they can also be held. So we have the Pearl of Power, Gloves, and the Medallion
I'm
up
just
for
holding the
grabs, and I
gloves.
will just
I'm holding
the
swimming
Gloves of
yeah.
Swimming and Climbing. Cool. Do you want the Medallion of Thoughts or the Pearl of Power?
The medallion, because I've already got a pearl.
Ah, perfect. I'll hold the Pearl, but not attune because I
Yeah, I'm
don't.
not attuning.
So I want the cart instead.
So bedtime?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. You seem
I mean, rest.
Yeah.
apprehensive.
No, I just realized I have things I need to do. But yes, nap time.
What do you need to do?
Hunters.
I
Wink,
forgot
wink,
what the
nudge,
command
nudge.
word is for this fucking broom.
Oh. Oh.
I shall find out.
Wait, do we have one more question?
A name must
We
be
have
earned.
another question.
We do
another
have
question.
one more.
Mounts have to be earned. No, I'm not asking that dead fuck. I
That's
will
not-
find out.
While
Isn't it
while
once you
she's
attune, you
asleep,
can pick your
It's not
command?
an
It's not
attunement.
It's not an attunement, that's why.
The
So
cart.
if
The
she
cart
were
is-
to have commissioned this, then I would assume she gets to pick the command
What if it's
word.
just peaches by accident?
It might be, but
Then
I might
this is
just-
mine, and I will die
Yeah.
on
I
that
might
shit.
just while she's sleeping just ask him.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to tell you.
I had a dream that it
I'm
was
just gonna know.
that it was grapevine.
I won't tell you unless
Which
you
I
ask.
heard it through.
Don't waste it. Then don't be a dick like that. Come on.
I have a sixth thing that I'm going to give myself advantage on perception.
Yeah, for the random encounter we roll.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, sleepy time.
I mean, we could
Which-
literally do watches.
Yeah,
and,
well, yeah,
pairs
like which
because
watches? Because I will be up all night.
I'll take the first one.
Take the second.
I'll take the third.
I'll be on one of those. I don't know.
There's 4.
Oh,
Do you want to
So
be on the
the fourth
fourth?
one.
I guess I gotta do the fourth
Because
one.
that's
That's
the only
fine.
one
You want to
that's
sleep through the night.
Each watch is 2 hours.
Megan, do you tell us a story of the breakfast?
Durr.
Well,
so
does-
we're not at breakfast.
We're not at
do
breakfast.
things
I'm just
happen
making
overnight?
sure
It is
when it comes up.
throughout the night. You guys can see and hear sort of echoes and lights and things coming from the top of the mountain, from the wheel ahead. Other than that, there are some people that pass, just those pilgrims that are charging through. That none of them, very few of them take interest in you. None of them are hostile. A few of them are very excited to see you in the wheel.
Have we done anything with the body?
It's been buried.
You buried
Yeah,
it.
we
Oh,
bet.
okay.
Yep.
Don't know why.
You're good.
Me, blind. What did we do with the body? Has anyone done anything with the body?
Where's the button?
Where is
Uh,
the body?
but you guys,
I'm just weekend at Burnings.
it is a night that passes smoothly.
During her 2 hours of watch, is Maddie able to figure out the?
Roll a percentile.
Ten and a 0.
Straight
10.
Okay, I was like, if that's
It has to be,
All
it
zeros
has to be
is
all
100.
zeros.
Yeah,
Made
0,
up
0,
this
0, 0.
Technically, it goes from 0 to 99. That's what it is.
0, 0.
10.
No.
Before you go to bed, would you like me to find out for you?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
I will learn your secrets, Minx. Oh, yes. And then I will ride you in front of everyone.
3 months later, apple juice, pickles, horse.
Make
This is how
Wow.
Madeline retires. Is just
During-
going crazy,
make
yelling
a,
at this
um,
broom.
Make an intelligence check. I'm going to give you advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Modified 20.
Yeah.
Modified 20. Okay. Because you are such a linguist, and because
Is it written on?
it is from the
Just
Majocracy of
Uh-huh.
Arpay. They do have their own sort of dialects of
Mm.
languages that have grown and evolved specifically because they are an isolated Majocracy of a city-state. So the odds of her guessing the word might be small. The odds of her knowing that the word in Arpaean is infinitesimally small.
So Maddie,
No.
I have
Some news.
some bad news.
Oh, no.
would you like to sit down?
She's already
Right
laying
around
down.
Mason.
Like,
Here, have a drink.
I would have
um,
that too.
so the word is
Yeah,
going to be in Arpaean.
that's not a language.
It is though. It's a dialect. And
Ah, fuck it. Just ask him.
I pull out the cage. What's the
You
command
Tell
word
him
for
he's
the?
a dick.
What's the command word for the broom?
You did?
And you're
You
a dick.
Just remember the room, you dick.
Which in our language means kind sir.
I told him it was a piece of my words.
What would you like it to be?
I will think about it and I'll get back to you.
But that's
Um,
it.
It is what you say.
It is. It is.
It's a long German word for taking joy in other people's
Schmetterling.
non-magical.
Schmetterling. I'm a little butterfly.
I'm a beautiful
Mariposa. Papillon. Schmetterling.
Our visilist.
Or
Or
visilis.
visilist.
Our visilist.
What does
One
that
like
mean?
little ants from up there.
To the air we go.
Oh, of course.
Allons-y.
Allons-y.
Thank you.
There
And
you
then
go.
the soul disappears.
To be just.
Robbie's been like watching, waiting. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Like when you let those balloons go with like the paper inside for heaven, and you're just
Which
like,
you shouldn't do.
no, you shouldn't do that. Don't. It's so bad for the planet. Someday they'll make biodegradable funeral balloons because people do that.
Mhm.
But
I know what I need
Okay.
to do.
It is what it
you're
is.
welcome.
So, to the wheel.
To
To
the
the wheel.
Wheel.
Sorry, to the wheel. To the wheel.
To the
Wheel, the wheel.
Oh, I was something very different.
Steal this wheel. I don't know.
You guys travel up about 6 hours.
In a
We'll be
Oh
coming
yeah,
around the
I
mountain when we
attuned to
come.
it overnight.
We'll be
and
coming.
Nope, don't keep that
Oh,
up.
Oh,
No.
and it goes.
I will be flying.
Roll me a d20.
See if it stays in the air.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, right.
6.
Works good.
Cool.
Oh, if it's like an odd
Is
like a
Blanche
girl.
with you?
No, Blanche. No, I don't take her on missions. She's
Oh,
like
okay. Okay.
2 hit points.
She's in the ship.
Oh, okay.
wreak
Yep,
havoc.
she literally has 2
2 hit points.
Cool. That bitch be dead.
I do have like a flying raptor guy.
Flying raptor guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're the
bought him.
bird.
Yeah, the bird lizard.
The
Really
broom
hope he
goes
makes it.
50 feet.
Oh shit!
Has a flying speed of 50 feet.
Nice.
And it can carry up to 400 pounds, so I'm set.
Great. There you go. You guys travel the rest of the way for the day.
I'm just enjoying the cart. This thing is awesome.
And we send off our buddy with an oil can
Mhm.
and
A copy
a
of the map.
lunch.
Yep.
And a note written in multiple languages and including thieves' cant for our friends.
Okay.
With just to make sure they know it's not forged.
Mhm.
I'm including weird things from
Sure.
Yvonne to Tybalt.
Done and done.
Yeah.
On the way, on his way, Lift goes. You guys make it up and to the edge of the lip of the mountain. And what you see is that it is about 10 feet down. Seems to be where the rest, like the level portion of the city. Things have been expanding. There's a little bit of earth and rock left, but soon enough, the wheel will have expanded out over this mountain and sort of strip mined it off. You can see the pilgrims traveling down the small path, and there seems to be a border patrol at entry point, sort of customs, as you would. You guys make your way down
The
there.
offerings check those.
Sure, the offerings check post. Yeah, you guys make your way down there. What would you, as you guys are coming up to the check post, if there's nothing you want to do on the way down? Good? Okay. As you guys make your way down there.
I mean, what do we see happening with the people who are going through the checkpost? Is it like they hand over bright light and then?
Yeah, so the city itself is somewhat obscured.
Okay.
A little bit of like a magical barrier there. But you do see them there. They sort of have, let's call it like a metal detector sort of thing. There's a gate, right? It's airport security.
Yeah.
Letter.
Most of them seem to have some sort of conversation. Most of their possessions are passed through a thing. Some of them are put off onto like another cart, a big cart. Looks like, and that seems to be stuff that you get the feeling it's like junk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you don't need this here, right? And then the stuff goes through there, and then once they're on the other side of the wall, you lose them.
I'm very worried that they're just going to take our things and just junk. But,
We also
oh well!
There's also the possibility we could just offer the entire cart. It is very well made. It might be not junk.
Yeah.
We'd have to walk a long way home after that, but we could.
We also
I mean,
don't
it's just
know.
our, like, mundane things.
Yeah.
Do we offer up our
We'll find
It's
out.
a little hard to tell at a distance. When you guys get closer, some of the things are mundane, some of them are magical.
okay.
A lot of any beasts of burden look like they are taken to the side. They don't do that inside.
Are our camels like taken to a stable?
They're taken away from you.
Okay.
You don't know where they get to.
Oh.
Well, at least you can see the other people's camels in front of you are
Yeah.
being
Right.
taken away.
Got it.
Right. You guys are about to go. It's a lengthy process.
Yeah.
TSA out.
TSA is, yeah.
Always is. And
Yeah, take a
there's more than one entry. There are lots of these things happening, but still they seem to be going through pretty much all of everybody's things.
Can I listen to see if I can hear anyone resisting or anyone who decides to try to persuade if they try to take something in particular from someone?
Sure.
If there's any situations happening in security? Damn it. That's not helpful at all. 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. Little loud. I will say you do catch a little bit there. You do hear sort of conversations and debates. It is very rare. Most of the pilgrims are here, happy and willing to give up
Here,
anything
take
and
anything.
everything.
They're also in that dream fog.
You don't know if it's necessarily a fog or just a devout state.
Religious zeal.
Yeah, there are a couple of like personal effects. Like you probably overhear something about a locket. Let's say, it is not forcefully done, but they make the people that are doing the checking make a very convincing argument of, I mean, you don't need it, but if you want it, sure.
Okay. I was trying to think if like they try to take something from us that we could like persuade them with otherwise.
Not that one.
You see, they seem to. Yeah, it seems none of it seems violent, but it does seem like a debate. And you've been watching this long enough that you can see sometimes the security agents win the argument, sometimes the other people win the argument.
Okay.
It's a bit of a mix, but it does seem to be specifically a discord discussion.
Just to make sure we're not going to lose anything we don't want to lose.
Discourse. There you go.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
You guys make it to the front. And what you guys see is there is a older male gentleman that is he is bald. He has a long brown beard. He's about 5'6", and he's wearing either very elaborate armor, or there are many parts of him that sort of have this warforged feel to them. The hinges on all of his arms and hands on the armor of them seem to be functional. He seems oddly strong, and he has sort of the big goggles, but they are sitting further back on his face so as to not disrupt his periphery. More like swimmers goggles. Swimmers.
Does it look like all of this armor is independent of his body, or any is part of him?
It's very difficult to tell.
Okay. Part of me thought he could be a support.
It very well may be part of it.
This is the place.
Yeah.
It could be a thing. I imagine them possibly making like weird partial like Warforge hybrids.
Well, it happens in the natural world.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess he's there.
As you guys bring your cart up with your things. Hello. What can I do for you all?
Hello, we seek entrance into this fine city.
I see. And what brings you to the city today?
A call.
A call. Make a deception check.
All of us, or just
Just the one
talking?
that's deceiving.
Just the one that has absolutely no deception.
Is it?
Can we go with persuasion?
I was gonna say, you say a calling? Is that lying if you're implying that it's like the calling of the dream, or like
it is deception because we have been told it is
Yes.
deception.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
It is splitting a hair, right?
Okay,
You-
6.
Six.
Yeah.
Okay. At the very least, you are assuming he is going to think of it as the call,
Yeah.
and he knows what people who have experienced
The
the
call.
call
Yeah.
Like.
look like.
Yeah.
And you, unfortunately, are not it.
Yeah.
Um,
I do
but-
apologize.
The gears.
We
yeah.
we have been drawn to the city, my friend, and we desire greatly access.
Of course, I have not denied you access yet. I was merely confused, as that I have seen many come with offerings for the great design, and I do not see that among you all here.
Pull out the mechanical pearl of power.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Medallion of Thoughts.
I mean, we do have
we
things
have
to
some-
offer.
I
have
see.
offerings.
You do have offerings for the city.
I apologize. Are you the city?
No.
Are you the great thing?
the great design?
Yes.
No, I am
Then
not a
why would
pup.
we show our offerings to you? They're not for you.
Um,
I would like to see your manager.
Exactly what you just did, and I'm here for it.
I'm just hoping the manager doesn't come outside the city gates.
a good point. But I have not seen any who wish to hide their offerings from the wheel.
Bring me
Yes, I know.
back
Yes,
out.
you all have shown up. You have not. You have no. You did too. Okay, there you go.
I guess we have to bring him out. we have to take him out, I guess.
I'm not hiding anything. But
Oh.
what makes you think
Oh.
that you are worthy of my offering?
I do not need to be worthy of your offering.
Phenomenal, then I think we agree.
The battle
Please?
for the broom.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to declare any weapons that you have, as well as livestock, fruits, vegetables, other potentially invasive species, as well as your. We'll have to subject you to a scan of intent.
Everyone think pure thoughts. Pure thoughts, pure thoughts. This is, I was imagining the never-ending story sphinxes.
I mean,
And I was like, fuck, are we gonna die if we don't have pure hearts?
Okay.
Everyone just think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Do
I declare my dagger.
wonderful. Do any of you is there any magical items or weapons that you all attempt to hide from the man?
Negative.
No.
I have
Okay.
the +2 rapier, but that's not mad. If it's magic.
It is magic, but it
Okay,
is also
yeah.
a weapon.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll.
That's fine. Yeah. You're going through customs.
Yeah.
If you're exactly. So
I take off my shoes.
You can always argue if they try to take it from you. Like,
yeah, that's fine. So once he is satisfied that you guys have declared all of your weapons, as well as things like the magic staff.
Yep.
All of those, your bag of holding is subject to a thorough search.
You want the book?
Yeah, until he is satisfied that everything from the bag has been brought out of the bag. You can put the things back in the bag.
Or you turn it inside out. It
it
falls
just
out.
fills the whole like treadmill that I
Yeah.
imagine is cycling through.
We still have a lot of spore masks.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
need those eventually.
So you guys make no attempts at
Subterfuge.
No, this is
subterfuge.
this is the law place.
This is,
So
I feel like this is,
no.
if we want any chance at subterfuging once we get inside, now is the time to be as open and
Yep.
honest as possible.
Right.
Yep.
Save those deception checks for later if
Okay.
we have to use them.
That's going to go well through the intent scan.
Your
Right now, I'm intending to be very transparent.
Yo-
And this moment, like,
right. your pack animals,
Yep.
as well as any rations, food, drink, even water that you guys have brought with you, is you can keep the skins, but anything that might be
Food and water spell.
alive, the animals you bought, your bird raptors.
I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad I didn't get a pet. I would be fighting now.
Archibald,
Potions.
he can survive. He's
Healing potions.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you can make an argument to keep your healing
Oh,
potions.
excellent.
Please.
Listen,
So-
we are very clumsy. We kind of get hurt a lot just walking around.
I'm blind.
They're not alive.
Make
That's lots of good arguments right there.
And I will just pull up my sleeves. I'm covered in scars, and I just need potions to.
Keep
I tell you what, make you can all make persuasion checks.
Thank you. No, that was terrible.
24.
Nice.
13.
10.
14 with a 2. Like,
Me just saying.
As
saying
individuals,
I'm
how
blind.
many potions do you guys have?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Fuck you!
I keep offering to give them to people, and you're all like, "No, I'm fine." And I'm
Well,
like, "I
now-
have so many."
I would like some afterwards.
I fucking keep offering, so I just keep buying them and like to give to people during the fights.
Please.
Ugh,
What if we put them in the bag
I'm
of holding?
holding.
that's fine.
No, not
But then it's a whole
not,
action.
not
That, yeah.
at you.
No, I know.
Right
Now, yeah.
What if
Just
we
to put them
in the
away.
bag
That's
of
Yeah.
fine.
Who rolled 14 or better?
Exactly 14.
Oh my god.
So the two of you.
Hey.
Okay.
Thank you for stockpiling like all those
Roguelite.
potions. Okay.
So, the potions that you guys have,
Bye.
roll me a percentile.
Ooh,
43.
70.
42.
48.
67.
All these 40s.
You were fine.
You're all.
I apologize.
It was just the failures
I
that
just
had to
wanted
roll.
it.
Above a 49.
No.
Okay.
Fucking 48.
Sorry. Your potions we will take and scan, and we will see delivered to you within the city.
Thank
You
you, sir.
three, I apologize, but the your potions do not aid your scars nor your blindness, and you're a cleric that can heal yourself. So we're going to take all.
I
of
drink.
them.
I drink mine.
That's fine.
It was a great error.
He'll let you drink them now. If
I'm
you
going
want to
through,
try
I'm going
to.
through TSA and I need the.
You're eating your sandwich?
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
feeling like energized, just being like, God,
Yes.
it's
I'm
fine.
not gonna try and like.
Sounds so good.
What
Ugh.
what I will allow.
would you
Do
do
you have a
that?
grader?
Yeah.
Do any of the other confiscated potions, are they better than a normal?
I'm not
potion?
Just regular.
Okay.
Just regular.
Yours are fine. Yours get taken. Yours are fine. Are any of yours are just all regular?
I have one greater
but take
and
it
one
and give it
potion
back.
of
Yes.
poison resistance.
Okay.
The other 5 are all just normal healing.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Got it.
Sweet.
Natural 20.
Great. You switch out Ruby's grader for one of the regulars.
Yeah, I do.
So
So I have 2 graders on me right now then?
yeah,
Okay.
you're
One-
about to turn
And
them
one less.
Yeah,
And
one
one
less
less
normal.
normal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So will you write down a normal so we know that a normal was confiscated if we're getting them back at the end so we have the right number?
Your potions are going through.
Oh,
with
I just
you.
managed to
Your potions are going through.
I just
with
managed to
you.
also sneak in a
You just switch
Swap.
hers out.
Because hers is getting taken and
It's-
not given
yeah,
back.
we're not
That's
getting
what it
that.
You
is.
just swapped to keep a better one.
Okay, yes.
You didn't take it.
Mine
Yeah.
are being returned later.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they pass.
Right.
All right.
Your cart.
Mm.
He looks it over. I suppose you could keep the cart with you, although I'm afraid it might be a bit of a hazard in the roadways, but there's nothing that would prohibit it from making its way inside.
Would you absolutely follow all traffic laws? Would you let us know if there's anything unique about your city and driving rules that we need to look out for while we're piloting this? Since
Yes.
they're a law place.
Things move very quickly.
Good, excellent. We will be very careful with
Well,
it.
luckily this thing also moves.
Also moves very
fast.
quickly.
All right, good. With that, you all go through your body scans. I would like all of you to make wisdom saving.
Oh, no,
I
I'm
do
bad at that.
have a ring of mind shielding.
Oh,
Yeah, you do.
Wait. Are you all? Hold on. Wait.
Can we close?
Can we conceivably all go in very close together? Are you all within 10 feet?
I'll allow it.
Yes.
Okay,
Get
here.
advantage?
You all get a plus
Oh.
3
Oh.
because you add my charisma modifier to your saving
Oh,
throw.
shit, yes.
That's great for my plus
Natural
0.
20. Big boulder.
Ooh, I'm gonna need it.
30.
Jesus. 13.
6.
13.
Even with the modifier.
6.
22.
Jesus.
But the ring of mind shielding doesn't. Okay.
I understand what it does. You
Mhm.
still make the save.
It's a
but
25 total with the natural.
I'm sorry. Prior to stepping in, I'm going to take this animal with which I've had very minimal contact, aside from it being on my shoulder. And I'm going to say, I'm going to hold him. I'm just going to be like, survive. Wait for me. I will be back. The code word will be, yes? Wonderful. And I'm going to
Yeet.
take like a
Into
little
the
bit of a beef
sunset.
jerky ration type thing and give it to him to eat. And then,
Off he goes.
and then he just, oh god.
He just like clumsily like flies up back from the ground. You can do it.
I believe in you.
Below an 18. Raise your hand.
Hello.
Great.
Having a bad time. Having a bad time.
You guys go in. The scan takes about 6 seconds longer for these three. But there are no alarms. There's nothing that they don't raise,
Big
get
brother.
to, they don't go nuts, right? They just sort of next. As you guys move through, the other side, what accoutrement you've been allowed to keep. If you had any spare clothing, if you had any additional suits of armor that were on your person, not in the bag of holding, those are all removed. We've already been through the potions thing. You lose your, the scarves are gone.
Oh, no, why?
You lose your pack animals.
Hi, Jeremy.
Those are that's the most of it, right?
But we keep our weapons?
Your weapons are fine.
Okay, got it.
Weapons
you
are
are
fine.
Yeah, weapons are fine, but the scarves.
No, I mean, he asked about them, so I just wanted to make sure that we were
they are inspected. but
Yeah,
they are,
of course.
but they are deemed acceptable.
Got it.
You guys begin to make your way on the other side. You collect your things, and you step through sort of an airport like tunnel. It's got a little people walker, right?
Yeah.
And you are given a ticket to collect your cart
Okay.
on the other side of the wall. As you make your way through, you are shown a number of greater images, sort of imaginary, well, let's call them like magic billboards, right? And a lot of them show people doing a wide variety of artificing. Some of them seem like advertisements. It's interesting. I would like everybody to roll me a D20, please.
Anything with it, or just
It's just a number.
Okay.
It's not a check.
11.
11. So we will start here. You see a image. It's sort of a billboard of people, a group of people, and they have a bunch of Warforged kind of pieces on them. The lady up front has very bright red lips, looks kind of human, huge smile, but the rest of her looks fairly mechanical. And it says up above in big, broad letters, "Battery Monks."
I'm looking for Alita Battle Angel somewhere on this
It is-
fucking wall.
And
My girl.
it is in sort of the text that you catch as it goes by. You miss the first few, but then you see a level 6 clarity, level 7 epiphany, level 8 martyrdom. What is
I
it?
hate this.
10.
10? Okay.
Pretty much.
You see an advertisement for one of the temples. It says, "Visit the watchmaker's altar. And it's you see this series of steps leading up to a grand cog worn dais, and behind it, sort of like there's a glass dome over the thing, but you can tell it's more like an energy field. And on there, you can see this very elaborate timepiece with bits of energy and electricity sort of arcing through it. And it goes through and it's showing you sort of all where offerings can be made to the watchmaker's altar. And then at the very end, you see this very rapid like disclaimer. The micro machines guy sort of ruffles through some things. Make a perception check.
Advantage.
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm rolling.
Oh
great.
my god.
3.
Okay. It's sort of sensory overload. You miss the first part of it,
Bless.
but you do catch the very end of it, which says "or conversion to organic matter
Ah!
to organic scrap." Excuse me.
That's
Conversion to
so
organic
much
scrap.
worse.
So we're dealing with.
Let's not go there.
It's
I got a
people.
1.
You got a 1.
Oh.
Sort
Yeah,
of watches
It's
people.
yeah.
Like, you're looking for people into stuff.
You're welcome.
Does the watch keep good time? Varies from person to person.
Get out.
You
Oh
see a public service announcement from similar. He looks kind of like the guy that you just saw. Similar in
Close.
dress, but older, and his beard is white and is very well kept. He has sort of a wizened, stately nature about him, and he is giving just sort of this direct address to people, and in it, people of the wheel, please be aware that this warning is for both health and safety. The junkyards may be hazardous. Please proceed with caution. This is Ferromancer Core with your public service announcement.
Please do not go near the dog park.
Oh my god.
There are no dogs allowed in the dog park.
16.
Even if you see
16.
hooded figures.
Okay.
Just around. You don't-
Plus 9. Go to the junkyard.
Yeah, right now that's exactly where we're going next.
And
week.
now,
Yeah.
the weather.
And now the weather.
You see a little brief video about we know here at the wheel that many of you have come to place your offerings and provide them as parts to the socket altar. It should be known that many offerings are inappropriate for the socket altar, but do have place elsewhere in the wheel. Please manage expectations accordingly. Of course, the appropriate offering to the socket altar will be accepted and celebrated. We have spent the past, and it runs through a very long number of time frames, expecting the arrival of the missing piece for the socket altar. Remember, work can be completed once within the wheel. Forge the proper shape and complete the divine challenge.
Oh, great! It's going to be a puzzle. Okay.
Mion,
4.
4.
I am also probably asking someone close to me.
What does it say? What?
I
What
hear,
is
it?
I hear, no, it's like sensory overload. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear a lot of loud,
Yeah.
probably projected
That's
voices.
fair.
So I
Mhm.
want to like be like, hey, what are like the visuals for some of this like subject?
I have a question though, regarding telling you visuals. Were you born with sight, or what colors not make sense to you? So how, when we describe visuals to you, what can we tell you?
There's
Because,
there's a man. He is older.
Okay.
He clearly is in a position of power
Okay,
because
thank
he's
you.
dressed in finery.
Great.
He is, you know,
Okay.
I can hear everything.
Okay.
I just can't see.
Genuine question, because I
So, like,
can't tell you
hues.
it's red. Like, you won't know what that means because you never had
Mhm.
any sense
Colors
of what
are-
that is. Okay.
Colors aren't relevant.
Cool.
I'm a
Cool.
soldier.
Cool.
Like,
Thank you.
Descriptors of
I
social
felt like that
norms.
was important to nail down.
Yeah.
Who do you ask for assistance when you notice that something is directed at you?
Let's see, who do
To
I
help
trust most in the
describe.
party? I don't know. Who have I noticed is the best at describing things? Is any
the bard,
they all
the
they all
storyteller?
have their
Mhm.
their skills at it. Lorvas, you can know, is
Okay.
definitely the most adept at magic.
Mm.
The most high class does seem to be Rothgar. Avon is
Avon.
very descriptive. Madeline is more descriptive at people. She has those down.
Mhm.
Ruby tends to speak about things in life and death.
Yeah,
But also
that's
very
fair.
plain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
she's very straightforward.
So this is just a straight up like
What does this man
description,
look
right?
like?
This is not like a weird role or anything. It's
No.
literally just like me,
Yeah.
like storytelling.
I'm just
um,
curious, who does she like reach out for?
Mm,
What?
the addresses that are currently being projected,
Yep.
are there visuals? And can you tell me what they look like?
Of course there are. Can't you see him? All right, let's continue.
Um, You
What do my not blonde eyes see?
okay? You see
What do your Tenebrae feet see?
you see this mountain rock, just sort of long field of stone, and there's somebody standing in the front of it, bald, very short kept, sort of goatee, similar look as far as armor goes. It should be noted that Kor, the Pharaohmancer who had him, you did, Ruby, not wearing armor.
Oh,
Not wearing
And
armor at all.
The armor is that Warforged.
Yeah.
Maybe it's part of them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Right.
Okay. He was just
Mm.
robing.
He actually had like a deep V. Like you could tell
Oh.
he was flesh.
But it was like a robe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just clothes.
Okay.
You see there's the guy there, and then bursting up from the stone beneath him is this massive, it looks like an elemental cart or something, or like a ship. But at the end of it, it's got a very long nose that spins and spirals and is tearing up the rock. And it comes bursting to the surface. And then the man who's looking at Mion goes, "Can you dig it?" And that's it.
The wheel.
Can I roll with that description to know what it is? What would that even be?
I'll take Arcana.
Okay. No. 9.
It's like some weird, messed up, warforged, burrowing.
The
Thing.
I am the
I think it was moles. Like it's the mole.
I am beneath you, but no one is beneath me.
You know,
That
they
is-
had to let him get away because they have to have that voice actor in every movie, and that is so he's got to be in the next one. So of course they can't defeat him.
So it is, yeah, I mean, it's a giant, like, drill machine.
Yeah.
But your characters have no frame of reference for that.
Mhm.
We haven't watched The Incredibles.
Yeah, it's very
Unfortunate.
much like,
Have you ever been with a man before?
Yes.
All right. So it's sort of like that. Only imagine if you're rock, right? Like you're made out of rock. Right. And then it's like drilling. It's like that.
How big is the machine?
It's never as big as they say it is.
Well, it sounds huge, so
It gets the job done.
this is not helping. I could hear the sound of like the rock, like I could hear the machinations, and it sounded like so much rock was being destroyed that I was like,
That's
it's
not how
gotta
your
be a big.
orgasm sound.
You
A
put
big-
more show into it when you're not doing as much.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I literally.
She was not the one you should have asked.
she would have been great at people.
That's fine.
Had it been a person,
Yeah.
help.
I mean, honestly, I'm having,
I've
It's
literally
about-
made the deductions I need to make. I heard the sound of the rock and the
It's-
machine, so I'm
it's
like, there's a giant
cart
machine
size?
that destroys.
it's cart size, maybe boat size. I'm genuinely having trouble getting like a good sense of it just because of
Closer to boat.
It's closer to a size boat. There are many boats.
Like our size boats? Or a dinghy?
Slightly bigger than a dinghy, more like a keelboat, slightly smaller sailing.
Again, than a bread
All
house.
right. So it's a little bit. It's smaller than one of our boats, but something along those lines, size-wise.
That is disturbing.
Mm-hmm. But seriously though, can you dig it? Because I think that question's going to come up later. You might want to get an answer ready.
Mm-hmm.
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 We must. Now comes the time in every adventurer's life when they must ask themselves,
Can they
can
dig
they dig it?
What did you roll?
Am I the goodest boy?
17.
Always.
17.
Love you. New friend. I've played with twice. I'm so sorry.
Are you?
No.
No. Don't lie to her.
Not
She
even
can
the-
see. She
not
can
even the
still hear.
slightest
She can't see. She can
When
still
it,
hear
when it
emotion.
comes to me, it's really best to just rip the band-aid off. Yeah.
It's fine.
You've been distracted describing the boat, and when you turn back to your thing, what you see is a large mass of sort of metal with a bunch of tentacles that's kind of creeping and crawling around. Looks kind of like an octopus,
No.
but it does. You do hear a woman's voice.
Cthulhu?
Part of the and you can see on the screen it says
Cool.
patch notes. Auto Builder 5.0, and you hear her sort of micro machine manning through stuff, and it says the last thing you catch is fix bug causing builder to harvest organics for material.
What?
They
Oh,
fi-
yeah,
they fixed it.
They fixed
Yeah.
the
Fixed
bug.
it.
Fixed bugs have what?
Causing
That caused the
builder to harvest organics for material.
So they fixed the thing that was eating people.
Yes.
That doesn't mean it can't happen again.
considering that it like eats people. What it sounds like, it eats people to sustain itself. So it sustains itself on
Or to-
organic matter.
Or
Yeah,
just
like
I will-
it was a bug.
purpose.
I believe it's
It was
a
It was
machine
like
that
wood
builds
chipping.
things,
Wood
and so it's
chipping.
taking
Build.
them for components to build. But
I need
it,
to get out of here.
I think the very important thing is
Is
that
that
it's
it fixed itself.
it is fixed.
God, where's Miku? I just need to let her do the "I told you so" dance. God, can we find
The-
a spotlight somewhere and just jazz hand a performance?
As you guys turn your attention towards the
You
end
ain't
of
wrong.
the walkway, you get the last like advertisement as it is, and it seems kind of used car salesman. Rocket Courier X99. Enhancements over the X50 model. 1. Increase speed. 2. Beta testing steering.
This is why I might feel safer in the cart. We should all be riding in the cart, so if something hits
Yeah.
us, we don't die.
They didn't take my broom, right?
No.
That's right. They can't take the skies from me.
You don't know that they can't fly too. Watch out up there. This might be a fifth element situation.
This is how I die.
I'm not going to be able to catch you.
You guys hit the end of the walkway.
The airspace is
and
probably not for you though.
there is a massive sound of metals and gears and engines and people. You can see there are many arcane displays, uses of minor and major image. The advertisements continue, and far more than the 20, the 20 miles are out there, laid out in front of you. The buildings, you don't understand how you could not see them from your approach. The streets are filled with those rocket couriers, which are sort of these three-wheel trikes with massive sort of digging wheels that tear up the road behind them as they just go like exploding past. And then other like mow robots come by and
Robots.
repave the street behind.
Mwah.
And you can hear a variety of crashes. Those auto builders are creeping and crawling around. The entire city seems to shift and list and twist as cogs beneath it continue to force it to ever incrementally click and shift and move. You can see there's a large number of diggers and workers. And what you are recognizing as a variety of different monks. Some of them the battery monk that you had seen advertised. Some of them the bald head sort of other monks that had guarded the gate. They are working on the wall near the mountain. And you can see the influence of it continuing to be pressed out. A stone is dug away from the edge of the city and put into auto builders and other machines that are mining it for its metals and breaking them down and smelting them and creating bars and cogs and other parts that they continue to sort of spit out in this massive industry. And then you can see some of the pilgrims there with offerings at the edges, some of them taking them deeper in. They seem as overwhelmed as you all, but they at least have a piece that they have a bit of a function to focus on. The rest of the monks don't seem to be overwhelmed or put off or even disturbed. They are going about their day and their business. I will take a perception check
Thanks.
from everyone.
Did you say the entire city was moving?
Yes.
Okay.
I see nothing. That one.
17.
22.
Also
I'm
17.
I'm very concerned about like having to dex check my way through this whole thing, and I'm like, I can
Nine.
pick up and save Ruby. I can't get the dragon.
23.
Maddie's gonna fly. Like I'm like looking at this as danger.
I'm overwhelmed. I've like leaned over and put my hand on the ground because I wanted to confirm what I thought, which like I don't know if it's more gradual or it's very disjointed, the movement of the entire city, but
Where you're at, it is very gradual.
okay.
But
But if I
you get the feeling that every few minutes there's it's very much like a watch or like other clockwork
there's
things,
like
where there's
incremental
very
movements.
incremental movements in some parts, and then
Mhm.
sometimes it
The
just
hour hand moves.
uh-huh.
it just snaps.
Yeah.
A building will
Mhm.
just, and then like maybe once an hour it sort of boom.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I want to confirm that with the
Yeah.
party that the whole city is moving in increments if
Yep.
they didn't notice
Mhm.
it, because just someone who
Something you
obviously
feel.
blind sight, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
This is gonna mess with you.
I rolled a 9 in my perception. I'm
Oh,
having a bad time.
This
Like
is
that's
like-
not awful, but that's not great. So
No, this
No.
is like when you move a blind person's furniture around their house and they have to like readjust,
Relearn.
but it's happening every few
Oh, you
seconds
mean
for
when you're a
you.
dick?
Yeah. You're-
yeah.
You are catching the movement of the people nearby. It is disorienting that the frame of reference, the ground, is shifting.
Literally shifting.
But your senses are enough to get everything I've described so far.
It's incremental, so it's not like terrible,
Right,
but
you're-
it's also
yeah.
not great. I will definitely stay probably like close to someone of the party.
Who had the highest perception
Oh,
checks?
22.
22.
23.
Nice.
23.
nice.
Both of you, well done. Above 20. You guys can see there seem to be a few figures of importance. They seem to be doing sort of not advertisements, but like public service announcements, as well as just other bits of information that are the sort of thing you would expect like a leader of some kind to perform. But there are also a wide variety of monks that are here. So you have been introduced to the battery monks. There are also the reactor monks. They seem to be the ones that are most plentiful. They seem to be the ones that are working the most on the things. They seem to provide the most energy as far as like running these machines and things like that go. There are a fair number of Warforged walking around here. They are probably 1-to-1 with every other race here.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
On a scale from how they are built, from 1 being lift, 10 being caliber, what are the
mostly lift.
designs? Okay.
Mostly lift.
Are they They don't seem to be enslaved. They're working of their own accord. They live here. They work here. They're okay. They're not chain ganging them.
Nobody seems chained,
Got
bound,
it.
or compelled.
Got
it.
The only people that seem even slightly compelled are the pilgrims that have a piece
That they want.
that they want to
Mhm.
put. And
Speaking
you
of
can
which,
see even some of the pilgrims that have offerings for like the edge of the city. Kind of once they do it, they have a sense of fulfillment, and then they don't look around like bewildered. They kind of get a
now
What
what?
do I do?
I guess I'll have a sandwich,
Yeah.
right? Like I forgot to eat. They don't freak out. That's not like, what have I done?
I've woken up from my stupor and
Yeah.
don't know where I
Pilgrim-wise,
am.
though,
Yeah.
dressing, clothes. If more of them come from the place he scried on, what can we see about, from what we can see of the pilgrims, where they're from? All over? More
Why-
of his robe type? More from Imperial? Like, what are we looking at?
Wide variety.
Yeah.
But it looks like if you're not a pilgrim that has only recently arrived, most of the people here
They assimilate.
are wearing wheel-based clothing
Ah,
or armors.
Interesting.
okay.
There are very few to no people that seem to be wandering around in their things.
We
There
should see if there's a
are,
housing district.
what I can see, what you can see, those of you on the high end, you do notice there are some similar Arpaean trinkets and like ethereal metal pieces. They seem to have kept some of those
Cool.
for their nature.
Sure.
There, you guys walk and find a nearby inn near the edge of the city. And as you begin to look towards the interior of the city, one, it's traveling very slow. It's very dangerous.
Mhm.
If it's all right, I'd like to try to hold your hand.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Is the
Okay.
airspace being used?
Yes.
Ah,
That's what I was worried
There,
about.
the airspace is very rarely there are like rocket people. They tend to crash. But what most of the upper
think
levels
okay.
are used for raised trains.
ah,
Are they
'Cause-
on tracks?
Yes.
because I'm wondering if
You
if
can also
you
tell
fly
that
with the two of you.
And I
Mhm.
fly.
I wasn't planning. I just wanted to make sure she was steady.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Like one way to like for sure do that is the two of you fly a little bit
We
above
could
the
also scout for where the altar is.
a little bit
We
above.
could.
the
We could
ground.
also
we
stay
want to.
together for a hot second because we're in a brand new
True.
fucked up place.
Yeah.
You're right.
We don't have to split the party right
No.
now.
I just mean like 15 feet.
No, like up at like splitting the
above
condensing the
rocket
amount of
box.
space that we're taking up rather than walking 6 abreast through the city, we could be 3 and 3. Like,
But
you
it
know,
does
might
not
be
matter.
actually easier to
Just
travel
thought I
like
would
Okay,
mention
this.
it.
then I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, and I will fly up there with you. Be aware your flying speed is much faster than our walking Lindor flying speed.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to, if we're not splitting, you might want to put the brakes on. I know.
Just want to open her up.
And you'll get to it, promise.
Within
We'll take you racing.
what you guys do notice is that things on the edge in you get a good look down a main road of the city. There are tracks in the roads for some vehicles. There is just open road for other vehicles. Looks like everything was like streetcars and rail cars and things like that at one point. At this point, they are starting to allow free roaming vehicles. You notice there are no animals of
That's probably
any kind.
because there's so many machines here eating organic material.
No, they
Yeah.
don't allow
No, I
animals in.
No, I'm saying this is maybe why.
Oh.
Because it's dangerous for them. They would just die.
There are. You can see the districts of the city seem to be concentric circles. You can tell the oldest, in some ways, towards the center. The oldest, some ways most advanced, in some ways most simplistic. Seems to be the place where all the altars are. It's at the very center of the city. Then there are sort of mixed districts. You can tell that there is a point where everything takes on a very archaic architecture and design, as though just the time frame from which they arrived, they had all sort of come together, and their offerings influence
That.
the stylings of
Interesting.
the city. It does seem to be that the city is growing at a slower rate currently than perhaps when it did earlier. It's also easy to notice that it's very easy to grow very quickly when you start very small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and also when your wood chippers aren't eating people.
Well,
They might have lost a lot of their workforce recently.
they very
feel
well.
like you're
Days without
focused on-
accident. I wonder why. I wonder why I'd possibly be focused as an organic material myself about things that are glitching and eating organic materials.
How
That on maybe one thing.
So you got. Let me finish.
Mhm.
The current ring
uh-huh.
seems to be the most advanced, also sort of the most poorly made. You get the feeling that the greatest bits of experimentation are on the edges, and so they are most prone to failures. But as things become set here, the experimentation continues
Yeah.
to spread, right? So that's why the center seems the most stable.
Do we get the feeling that tech levels change as it gets old? Like if they're experimenting on the edge and that becomes the new normal, do they then
Expand it back
do
in the
it
middle.
do back in the middle of the new tech, or do they
Yes.
just okay?
No.
Thank you. Cool.
It does
Thank you.
seem to seep back towards
Okay.
the
Cool. Cool. It's not like rings of a tree where it changes.
It
It's just
stays.
It's
It
okay.
stagnates.
Thank you.
Are,
It does not stagnate.
It
It does
stacks.
seem to bleed in,
Thank
although
you.
there are clear distinctions.
Yeah.
are the vehicles, are they like our characters don't know what these are because they're cars?
We don't know the
Or
word
are
train.
they
Like,
or
They-
are they like things that we understand as just like
Elemental cards.
a cart?
So they seem like varieties of elemental carts
Got it.
to you.
Okay.
that one's just really
or
fast.
or
and long.
elemental ships. You guys you have a frame of reference. It is stretched.
But the monorail's freaking us
By-
out.
Like element the like
Yeah.
elemental
Like-
like a wagon. Like elemental
no, these
But
are
it's made with metal.
I'm
and stuff.
thinking
these seem far more advanced than anything you have.
Okay.
Like
you
even
have
more
seen.
than airship, which we've seen.
Air.
We've seen,
those all
like, one-
seem far more magical.
magic
Yeah.
and this is like
And-
tech.
Yeah, this seems more
Diesel.
technologically focused.
I'm
on
imagining Apocalypseville from the Lego movie.
Have we
Or just like
seen
Mad Max
any of
esque,
the
just like very diesel punk.
Underminer vehicles?
No.
Oh yeah.
Those
You
are
haven't.
probably
Have we
not
seen
on-
any Modron?
Maybe no.
No, you have not seen Modrons.
I would like to specifically do a check for images of Caliber.
All right.
Yeah.
I will
Smart.
take investigation checks.
Is
Ooh,
my
yeah.
Wow, of course, I roll weird and something that I shouldn't be able to
29.
do.
Oh, fine.
19.
16.
Modified 20.
Plus one.
6.
29, what was yours?
It was 14.
19.
Modified 20.
16.
6. Great. It is not hard to find.
Oh shit.
There are many posters as well as minor images, major images. There seems to be some form of countdown to the great offering.
No.
Oh, no.
What's the number at?
Like all of you to roll me a d12.
I don't know if Pyro is
Did that
good.
look right? Okay.
10.
3.
11.
Hold on. Where's it?
10.
What's it? This is a 12?
Yes.
Man, I don't think I've ever rolled one of these.
They're
before,
weird.
So,
Great axe.
what?
I was
Great
gonna say
axe, that's
barbarians
literally
roll them.
6.
Yeah, that's a barb thing.
Seems to be about 55 hours away.
We got time. 2 days.
Yeah, we got
plus.
time to just waltz in and ask to borrow their god.
The countdown and posters with the
And
great
we're taking
offering.
some
Do they also have Calibur's picture on them? Or is
They-
it just great offering?
Who has seen Caliber?
I don't think
Well,
one of us
I
has.
Yeah.
The rogues.
You guys do recognize
Maybe I-
it is Caliber. However, she looks different.
Does she still have the cracks or has she been fixed?
In some places she does. In some places she's been fixed.
Huh.
In some places they've added parts.
I have a thought.
You are mostly getting like portraits
Yeah.
of her. There's something coming out of her back.
What does it look like? Extra arms or?
Or does it look like
No.
wings, like the
But
But
inevitable?
not like a bird. But you're only getting this,
Uh-huh.
and you're just seeing these metal bars.
Oh,
Very, very pretty metal bars.
of course.
But
I'm thinking those are
Animus.
inevitable wings.
Animus.
yes.
Do you have a way to send to Lundis?
Um,
I have a feeling she'll be being watched, but if he snuck in with her, and I suppose he would have because I know how close they are,
yes.
can we find him?
Yes, I will try
Thank you.
next time.
Yeah. Yeah. I figured. I wanted to say that like, I remember we had Animus, and I was about to go like, I'm gonna start Thieves Can't graffitiing. Fuck, we have someone who can send to him. Like,
We are going to pick
Oh,
this
shit,
up
okay.
on Monday.
Oh, we're in the
You guys have
We
finally
made it to the wheel.
made it to the wheel.
ah,
I hope it is everything you feared it
it's
was.
fantastic.
Oh,
Worse,
crap.
it's wonderful.
Really cool.
It makes me not scared about Briar's Glen, and that's saying something. There, I just get renewed. I don't get eaten that I know of.
Fuck that means.
Matthew still wants to go. Matthew still wants a
I'm
character that
aware.
he's aware of. To
I'm
go with him,
aware.
because Matthew's character has never been.
God.
He just wants, he just wants her chisel and butter.
That's just for some reason the trigger for all of us.
Um,
No!
Oh boy.
Seriously,
But
beautiful
so-
place though. I'm
my
excited
God.
about
This place
everything.
is
Yeah.
So
Yes.
join us on
Monday.
No,
Friday.
Friday! Sorry, I thought
Join
it
us
was
Friday.
on Friday for maybe an hour of PvP testing.
Yes,
Okay.
that we will
Shadowrun.
definitely be doing some PvP testing Friday night. We will either start the night or end the night with it,
Mhm.
and then we will have more of that on Saturday. The rest of Friday is dedicated to Shadowrun D20.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very exciting time. And then again, if you guys are in the Orlando area, come out to Coliseum Comics in Kissimmee. We'll be doing a live event there.
Alden, hopefully.
There are sales. If you like RPGs, you want hardback books, this is the time to get them.
Yes.
Be a
And
blast.
people will be playing all day.
We're gonna have giveaways, prizes.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our pins there, our
Yeah.
pin collection there.
Mm.
If we do well in the next month or so, we're hoping to get the next collection of pins printed.
Yes.
But we got to do well on the ones we got now, so that we can get Dungeon Master and Dungeon Mistress and like TPK all printed
Yeah.
on
And
pins. So like, tell your friends.
And if PvP isn't necessarily your thing, they will be having a bunch of other
Yes.
games at
Yes.
the store.
the event is
Awesome.
oh,
but the
And the
event is
store
not.
really big.
it's
really
great,
nice.
and the people there are so nice,
So
guys.
come hang out,
Yeah.
come say hey, come
Please
support
do.
us, and if you want to play,
Come and stop me from buying all of the pops.
Come
Yeah.
and let her buy all of the pops.
so come join us on Friday, and then next week we'll be back with Disaster.
But
on
also,
Monday.
if you can't turn in live, we are going to stream it so you can influence the game from the comfort of your own home.
Yes.
Because it is a donate to fuck with people
It
kind
is,
of game.
yeah, it's an next donation style
yeah.
game. So a little bit of a different setup. We hope we're gonna iron out all those kinks.
Mhm.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We are gonna see you next time.
Yeah.
But until then, be cool.
Pew, 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 pew.